actually argue a lie to be true.
Yes.
And can you remember, like, with the whole Isabella thing, when it was all going around saying, "Oh, she was in the right, you did this, you did that," and then obviously in the real world, she gets found guilty. Do you know what I mean? It's on these panels, you can actually argue a lie to become true. It's like some kind of mental illness.
It is very, very big mental illness. I mean, Dave, look at that live stream I did with you the other day when I said I'm distancing myself because there's too much mental illness, that I can't wait for Wendy to come back. Yeah, in the side chat yesterday over on that channel, there was someone with the avatar name Boost going around saying that I've distanced myself from Wendy and Wendy's distanced herself from me because I found out to be an ethno-nationalist. And then the person asked them, where did you see that? They said on Dave Smith's. Who could have said it?
On my channel.
Yeah, I was like, fuck's sake, these people, they don't, either they've got selective hearing or they are really, really low IQ. They just don't get it.
Yeah, they just love to lie. That's what it is. They like to put a lie out there into the world, and enough people will go along with it, and they can all act like it's true because they're obviously very strange people who don't value the truth.
No, they don't. No. I've looked into that, that video that Zero News that Tom dropped.
Oh, yeah.
No. It's either a joke or because it seems it first came out on your favorite platform, Dave, Twitter.
Oh,
this video, and the thing he's saying, supposedly saying. Remember, it can look like he's saying something when he hasn't actually said that. Hi guys, well, I've been having a look around and I'm sick of listening to the same crap. Nobody can have a debate anymore. It's not about topics anymore. It seems to be about people. I can't engage in it. I just can't. I can't engage in it. So I've had a look back, and before I play the paperclip one tomorrow, I thought I'd start off with this, which will remind people of just how good panels used to be before they became very personal, which is all people seem to want to listen to, or what they, I don't know. It's just rubbish. I'm sorry. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a communist newspaper in Russia. That's what it is.
Okay, so it's not even got nothing to do with the party.
No, it's spelled with a Z. It's spelled with a Z.
Ah, thank God for that. Well done, Wendy.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. I found it on me. Yeah, it's here. Okay. Yeah.
So who do you reckon's been putting that out to try and fucking muddy up the waters?
I don't know.
Well, Tom put it out.
Tom's put it out, but
yeah,
I've searched high and low for this political party, and that Tommy Robinson was supposed to be talking about. And as you can see at the top here, right there it is. That's how it's spelled.
Okay.
Because what I did, that's how it's spelled, and it comes up with this Ukrainian political party, which is also a splinter group of the RSP, and took over the Journal, as its organ. Trotsky, blah blah blah, and there's the word there. It's all to do with Russia and communism. And what does the Russian word mean? Well, it means truth. What is the main newspaper? So it's all to do with Russia, Jupiter, and it's all to do with a Russian newspaper. Political alignment, communism, Marxism. Now, why, in the name of God, right, would he want to, you know, say, yeah, comrades? What why?
Yeah,
See what I mean? Let's have a look.
A lot of strange things are happening.
Yeah, so here we go. Russian, is the truth. Is a Russian broadsheet newspaper, formerly the official newspaper of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. So that's how it's spelled there.
So it's either got to be a joke or they're fucking calling him a communist, in which case we've got one group saying that he's moving over to FNATs, another group saying he's a communist, and us in the middle saying don't listen to any of the fuckers because Tommy will not go with the FNATs.
Now, does anyone know who this guy is on Twitter? I don't know if you can see. Can you still see the page, yeah? What I'm sharing. No.
What's his name? Read it out.
Rabbi Goldberg.
Goldbladberg or somebody. Right. February the 19th. What's Tommy up to now?
Golden Blackberg.
Something like that.
That's a made-up name that's meant to sound Jewish, isn't it?
Yeah. And we've got what was the political party he's talking about? Sounds like Zaprava, but can't find any mention of it. So this guy spelt it the way I have, right? He can't find any mention of it, really. I found it. So he didn't look very hard, did he? Oh dear, Tommy's still adhering to the traditional World War II narrative. Tommy Root.
Athena 2 London girl says that's a PA person. So a PA person's put this information out there.
Oh, take over a minute, Jupiter, love. Just take over for 2 minutes, love, will you?
Yeah, that's okay. So Athena London girl says that person blocked her on Twitter because it's a PA person. So now it gets more and more mysterious. So this PA person has put out a possibly dubbed video because we need to look at the video of Tommy when he was running for MEP and he wore that coat and he was standing by that wall to see if they've dubbed over what he was saying. And they've put that out. But why would Tom share a video from PA?
No, this is TikTok. Has Tommy got a TikTok account? Someone's put this on TikTok. This geezer's got this from TikTok.
Okay, so that I bet Wendy didn't check TikTok. That's funny because we know who's recently gone over to TikTok, don't we? We know that a load of youngsters have gone over to TikTok.
Or Zero News just jumps on and tells people what it is.
So it's a copy of a copy. This is getting weirder and weirder. Tommy got taken off TikTok ages ago, said Justice for Ian Paldek. Yeah, we know that it wasn't Tommy that dropped it himself. Yeah, Athena, it is a piss take of a Jewish name. That's what I said earlier. That it's someone pretending to be Jewish that has dropped that. I reckon somebody that wouldn't even realise that was fake or someone connected to PA has taken it as a joke and then put it onto TikTok. And unfortunately, some people have believed that it's true. I don't believe that Tom on Zero News would do that to Tommy on purpose, because he comes across as somebody that really, really likes Tommy, and he hates ethno-nationalists. So either he's made a mistake, but what was it he wrote along with his post? He wrote, "With a heavy heart, I do this, and if I get taken off, here are my other links." Why did he think he would get taken off?
I don't know. But if you notice this video, this one, the writing underneath is all in, so it was done on TikTok. Did I hear you say that, Jubes? Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying that it came from TikTok. Someone posted it on TikTok.
Zero went live 3 hours ago.
Yeah, he was just talking about what to use, StreamYards or something else. Right. He didn't mention the Tommy video at all.
Athena says that they believe it would have been a complete error.
Well, I think, because I recognise the cult, I also recognise the wall, which sounds weird, I know, right?
It looks like a dub over, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what they've done. And it's even in like Russian writing to make it even look more authentic, if you know what I mean. But yeah. when I Googled, obviously, when I Googled the so-called political party he was talking about, there's no way, comrade, hello, comrade. No, I'm not falling for that. I'm sorry.
All of it makes sense now, because what it's a propaganda video that would lead you into finding about red, brown, and green, which is actually what is going on in the Nazi movement with all them lot. It's interesting, actually, that they've done this to try and make people believe otherwise.
So yeah, whoever. But then that doesn't add up as to why Tom posted it. I don't know.
I think he probably posted it by mistake, but then I don't know why he would write with a heavy heart, "I do this," unless he was blackmailed into doing it.
Nah, he must have just been tricked. He must have seen it and thought, "Fucking hell, what's going on?" Or he'll have an explanation. I mean, time is going to settle this one, not speculation, I think. Because if someone has put this out there for confusion, then they've done a good job.
Yeah.
But I think that's what they've done, because there is an app that you can use where it's like a person saying something and they're not actually saying what they're really saying. It's been took over, sort of thing.
So, has anyone but me also heard the rumour that Dangerfield has left? Because I don't know how certain it is. It's thrown in the towel. I'm hearing that he's thrown in the towel from PA, that Chris geezer.
Oh.
Is he the one who lives in Thailand?
Yeah, apparently Dora Taylor and Mark Collett were supposed to have done a live stream on a very small YouTuber's account, but one of their followers talking about it or something.
More likely got bullied out of it, because I know a lot of people go after him. And a lot of these fuckers love to bully people on the internet. Not that I think the guy's any kind of good character.
Can you guys see this message here?
No, read it. It's too small.
It says, oh, sorry. It's from Ian Puddick, right? Yeah. Hello. And this is a message that's been sent to Ian, right? Hello, Ian. I hate what BH is doing to you, but everyone I'm not close to BH, but he trusts me. I don't want to say much on here, spelled HEAR, My number is, and then there's a number,
Yeah.
telephone number. I'm nobody, but Phil, what Phil? I mean, I think that must be Phil. It's FILL, but it must.
Right,
But
is the
Phil,
telephone number, does the telephone number start 07903?
no, it's 07854.
Okay, because I know there was an 07903 number being put out yesterday as somebody's number.
Oh, and they're saying thank you, Tim. Yeah, and Ian says to me that it's probably her. And I mean, thank you, Tim. I
They're
mean,
trying to get your phone number here by you ringing.
so no, this was sent to Ian. This silly message. So Ian has like sent it to me and said it's probably her. See what I mean?
Can anyone on that side fucking spell?
I don't think so.
I think
fucking stick. Oh my god.
I think it is Hurl. I think Hurl's a complete fucking Looney Tune. Well, we all do, to be honest. But he seems to be sparking out at a few people to get responses, and of course it increases his notoriety, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he keeps saying he's got evidence, right?
Yeah,
I got all the evidence I need. Brian Cooper, yeah.
I've gone past laughing at him though, Wendy. I find him.
No, I'm not laughing at him anymore. No, that's why I'm showing this.
I find him. He's become a fucking. He's become like a fucking. I don't know what would you call it. Pile on your on an arsehole. You know what I mean? He really is an uncomfortable piece of fucking. Well, he's an uncomfortable blood vessel, isn't he?
Trying to find the bit where Ian showed me. Warned me not to go out. Brian Hill.
All that stuff that he said on Ian tonight. He wants to be careful, you know. Keep going around talking shit about people.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently tonight he's meant to be over there doxing everybody. And apparently he's going to dox me because I abused his family. I've never even talked about his family. I've only ever had to go at him when he's had to go at me for nothing.
You've already been doxed, so.
Well, I've been doxed hundreds of times, but it's not the point. I mean. Apparently he's going to do Wendy tonight. He's going to do Shell UK, someone called Dana, whoever that is, Fat Freak, Simon Lord, I can't remember who else, Banksy. He had a long list of them. G-Man.
Oh, G-Man. All right.
Yeah.
Now this bit here is where Ian explains everything about what happened to him, and that he won his own court case and everything else. And Hurl is a fantasist, and he will cause trouble. What's this?
Slowly you get worn down, and then you see a lot of youngsters come up. A lot of youngsters who've got.
I don't know what that is.
Going for it.
Yeah. But somebody really pissed him off last night, didn't they?
I'm not going to have
so he's somebody else who Hurl reckoned he'd seen. He knew, and he said, been racking my memory. Definitely haven't met this guy. Don't know why he's saying he knows me and Annie. Haven't contacted Annie for 5 years. Probably an attempt by the elite to blacken my character by fake association. So that was a message from somebody else who Hurl claims to know. He's just a liar all the time, and dangerous with it.
I've got that Dangerfield stream where he's
What's he saying?
he said how he wants to get away from it and all that. He's just getting nothing but abuse in the chat. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but he's
Well,
not
when
like
did he do a stream? Who was he anyway? I've never heard of him.
He was somehow connected with a PA or something. I don't think he's anyone of any interest. Just joke to mention it.
Yeah, no, he was. He was associated with them, and he was always promoting them. I think a lot of them are going to implode. I told you this about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. A lot of them are going to implode. A lot of them are going to be given no choice. To be honest.
He's got 158 dislikes.
What, Dangerfield's?
Why has he fell out of favour?
I don't know, mate. I don't even know who he was until you just mentioned him.
Well, you know, there's a lot of lunatics. I mean, no wonder. I mean, a lot of the national social, those ethnics, then, if you want to call them that, have gone over to D Live and everywhere because, over on D Live, you should watch them. They've got such a different way of talking. It's disgusting what they're saying compared to what they say on YouTube.
Wow.
I think, I don't know if this is necessarily true, it's just a feeling. I think they'll land on Veli's channel next because I think Rolf's been sitting there for quite a while. And the purpose is to ultimately keep people like yourselves off there. So when there's YouTube would go on there, they'll just give you a hard time, so on and so forth. So I think Rolf's like prepping it, kind of, and then they're all going to show up at some point.
Ralph absolutely hates me going on that channel. He fears me. He really does. And Wendy, he fears Wendy. He really
So why
does.
is Ralph at the moment sitting with a picture of Tommy Robinson? That's a bit of a mystery.
Because he thinks he's trolling us, Wendy. He's a big tart.
Oh, he thinks it bothers us. Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realise.
Yeah, he thinks that he's showing that Tommy's a shield. He's an idiot. He's an out idiot. But he doesn't like it because I meet him head on. And the thing is, he can't lie to me because I've got a memory of all what he did right from the earliest days.
Well, tonight, Wendy, he said me and you are next to get arrested.
Oh, what for? Did he say?
Islamophobia.
That thing that's not legal.
Islamophobia when I didn't. Then he changed it to hate speech when it wasn't that.
Yeah.
And then he wrote in the chat 1-0 to Zabida. He's an idiot, an absolute wanker. He's a tosspot of the highest order, and even them, it's all.
So, when did the law come in that it's against the law not to like Islam? When did that law come in?
Oh, who knows? He comes out with all sorts then.
I'm just wondering, Dave, when did that law come in?
Well, never, thankfully.
So Dangerfield is sick of the Hitler Spurgeon. I don't blame him. It was pathetic. And Ralph was the worst for doing that, to be honest. He was one of the worst.
Do we know anyone by the name of Monk?
No.
Monk, who are you? Yeah, I know you're Monk, but who are you?
Friend or foe? No, he's taking the piss now.
All he's writing is... Yeah, he wants to come on.
Well, just let him come on and put your screen cover over. More.
Hello?
Monk.
Yeah, and? Have you got anything else to say? Hello?
Okay, now. Not a very good troll, aren't you, mate?
Is this it?
Yeah, kick him off. We ain't got the patience for that.
What is the point of that, honestly?
Well, they
All
probably
right.
you'll take the screen down at some point. And
No.
Boom, bomb you.
There's a certain stream that's had all people's private parts on it for about 3 days. Nothing's happened to it.
And nothing's happened. Yeah, I know.
I've had about 6 videos removed. And that's been up there for YouTube. Piss take.
Well, it tells you that he's covered, doesn't it? It tells you that he's paid by the establishment and
Well, I
working.
don't know about that, but it tells you YouTube shit.
Nah, he's working in conjunction with someone. He's getting away with too much. Do you know how many police reports have come in on him?
Yeah,
Like-
I'm not going to give him that hype though, Dukes. I just think that he uses his mental health card. That porn thing you're talking about, Dave, it's not quite looking like porn, if you know what I mean. It's like got Hurl's face in the middle of it, which kind of
Okay, now.
you know, it kind of takes the porn out of it, if you know what I mean. But if it was an ordinary porn bomb, he'd have definitely gone down because he was porn bombed last night and took it straight down.
Yeah.
And put it on private. But no, Hell's just a pathetic fucking liar. That's basically what he is. And like you said, Dave, there are people who will be talked into believing that lies are the actual truth.
But that's it, isn't it? When the lie is more entertaining than the truth, you know, people go along with it, don't they? You know, a lot of people are getting fun out of this. I don't know what people find entertaining about it. I can't stand people who are bullshitters. It's like, ugh, I can't stand that.
I mein, you've got Rodney who thinks he's some sort of. Last night it did make me laugh because somebody went on there called Nostradamus and mentioned his brother called Ben, right? And mentioned Hurl's brother, who apparently is called Ben. I mean, I don't know. Oh God, you should have heard him. Esau can find out who Nostradamus in 2 hours. He'll find him in 2 hours.
Oh my God.
Upset because he said 48 and he went, well, if I push myself, I can do it in 24.
24, yeah.
Fuck
It's
it.
what they were competing to be the best at it. It was pathetic. Yeah.
Don't you worry, I'll
Did
find
you
him.
see when he gave out his address and told Tommy Robinson to come doorstep him like an idiot? Did you see that bit?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. He really thinks he's something special. He really
Yeah,
does.
he does. Yeah. Did you listen to that telephone conversation between Chartel and Hoof that Lady Jane put up?
Oh no, I haven't. Play it, please.
Let me
I'm
find
not believing. I'm not believing that either. I don't believe that them two have got any kind of legal proceedings against each other. I think they made it all up. She'll be back on the scene in a week, and them two were best mates.
Oh yeah, nothing. Well, nothing. Nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
What's
And
that
as for
Omar's problem with you? What's happened there?
he's changed sides.
Fucking hell.
He believes I'm an MI5 agent.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
So Jupiter, be careful, love. You're working with an agent here.
Yeah,
Oh,
mine's fine, eh?
This is the beauty of Jupiter. I've got nothing to hide about anything, and I'm not guilty of anything, so I don't give a fuck who I talk to.
Exactly, love. Oh, I think she's took it down. Ah.
I don't know. I have been accused of being in a terrorist group.
Oh yeah, Ralph called you a terrorist today, didn't he? Yeah. What a joke.
What the fuck?
You're a terrorist.
Yeah, he got a bit excited. What that bloody hell?
I thought it was on Lady Archive. Let me try Lady Jane.
Isn't she Miss Lady Jane UK now?
Yeah.
But even that video where they said that you threw Hoof under the fucking bus, you didn't. You could quite
No, I didn't. No.
conversation that you were. These people are mental. And then he wrote to me this morning saying, "Oh yeah, Wendy's thrown you under a bus." I was like, "Well, there's no bus to fucking throw me under, mate." Well, you're nuts. They've lost the plot.
Has she still got her channel?
Oh, it might be gone.
They've struck it.
It's not come up for me either. Oh, what's that all about?
Paul M. It's the Hive. Lady Jane UK. New channel.
Did he give out her address? Because he was going to give her address out tonight. Maybe she's decided to just leave.
How would he know Shell's address?
He reckons he's got it and he's going to expose it. Got Wendy.
He reckons a lot of things, man.
Yeah, he reckons he's got a hoof, but he didn't call him hoof-hearted. He called him hoof puff, which is actually, again, homophobic. That someone could actually make a report of that. Hoof
Every
puff.
time he says he's going to show something, or he never shows anything.
I know.
Okay.
And the build up to it, Dave, that's the bit that makes me laugh. It takes them 45 fucking minutes to decide who's going to shout. Can you shout, Esau? No, I'm on my phone. Can you shout? No,
Yeah, can you shout? No, I've got a problem. No.
Okay, now, man.
Okay, so
scared. They can't use fucking share screen. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
going to have to...
Yeah,
Lady Jane UK, right, everyone? Lady Jane UK has got, it's called Lady Jane UK new channel. The old one's obviously gone.
Okay.
And she's only got 86 subscribers. I've just subscribed to her.
Yeah, good. Drop the link in the side chat.
Good. But that video of the phone call's gone. Oh, that's a shame.
What was it that you wanted to discuss that was revealed on there?
It was more or less Chantal saying that she was in danger.
Yeah.
Who's listening to Brian Ho?
It's Esau called Brian Ho daddy. What the fuck is that?
No.
He went over there to check her channel and ended up getting caught up. Oh, fucking hell, Dave.
I had to see if it was real.
Brian admits to threatening Wendy. What's this?
Oh, now you've got caught up.
That's not the link they're saying. What's that?
No, there was three. There was three. Wendy, let's have a listen anyway, because what this does is it shows him for the liar that he is, actually. And people need to wake up to him being a liar. She must have got that took down. Shame. Right. Let's have a listen to this.
There was Laura Lewis, yeah. And I think the last one was Frankenstein.
Right.
Fucking
So,
Frankenstein.
You did this
Oh, wait a minute.
by
Let's do it.
your mother to have the social services investigate their personal lives.
Yes,
Okay?
there was three. There was three. Wendy Wu, there was Laura Lewis, yeah. And I think the last one was Frankenstein.
Right. So you did this out of your temper to a degree.
No, I did it because Laura Lewis lied because she's Laura Davis and Laura Kelly. Yeah, and I told
there's an excuse to threaten someone to take their children or grandchildren away. There is no justification.
I'm not. This is
Why?
What?
There is no reason.
Stop a minute.
What we're saying,
Hey.
what we're saying is, Brian,
Hang
that
on,
there's
hang on,
lies,
hang
yeah?
No, what have I done? Hang on, Jukes, please. No.
Think, in your opinion, as a member of the community,
Right.
you think a child is in danger,
I
you have an
don't
obligation
know.
and a care of duty to report that person.
Stop.
Whether or not it becomes true or not true, and
whether
Well,
it becomes true.
Yeah, like if the person is proved guilty or not guilty, you have a right to report the person.
At last. Right, Dukes, what were you saying, love?
What I was going to say is, yesterday, or early hours this morning, when I see the stream that he was setting for his thing, I told him cease and desist, right? Because I'm doing everything properly legally, so and got the screenshot, and in the side chat. So he wrote, not only is he going to report me to social services, right? Which I'm not bothered about. He can go ahead and do what the fuck he likes. It won't make no difference. But he reckons that Hector's illegal. I'm making it unsafe for Hector. I'm putting him in jeopardy, and he's going to ring the council tomorrow to tell them. I was like, oh, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Right.
Well, he reckons he's got secret court papers from the Rochdale grooming case.
Oh, God.
I mean, unbelievable.
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, the man is crazy.
Anyway.
Absolutely crazy. But,
Okay, so Brian, so if I remember correctly, your reasons for going after Wendy Wu was because you felt, in your opinion, that she was expressing some right-wing views, right?
No.
Now,
firstly,
that's what the email that you sent, because she did publish them, and that is what you said to her. And I hope you do sort of believe me. You're not going to go down the whole show me the posts and all of that stuff, because I think
don't forget.
I think we've all did, haven't we? Right. So the point is like, Wendy isn't a flat out right winger. She has her views, on immigration and all of these things like that, which is a sticky situation. We live in a country at the moment where
she's allowed to have her views. We're in a free country.
Brian, I'm not joking.
Right.
You're 15 years behind. Would you like me to give you a comprehensive lesson? The only name you have mentioned is Vincent Burke. That is the only relevant name you have mentioned. You are 15
No,
years
it wasn't.
behind.
No,
You are 15 years behind the far right.
I'm 15 years behind.
Yes.
I promise you, Simon, and I'll tell you now, you're 30 years behind.
But Wendy Wu is far away from being a far right winger, and she didn't deserve, right, for you to threaten the social services with her, in that they would, your words were, I might be paraphrasing a little bit here, but your words were, I think the social services would be very interested in your racist views.
Yes,
right?
You're correct.
Okay. Now, what I would say is that those are her views, and those are her children, her grandchildren. Fuck me. I've got I had grandparents, man, that used to say exactly the same things, and uncles. You just have to realise that that's just, they're people of their time and all this stuff. Wendy isn't a Nazi, and she's not that right. So
can I just say something, please, Hello? Please, please, and I'll listen to you what you've got to say.
Listen,
because you're making sense. My issue was at the beginning with Brian Harvey when she put the 50-odd videos up, because she was upset because he kept bringing Billy Dowler into his conversation. When I then proved to her, it was.
I know someone that knows Millie Dowler's parents. Why was he talking about her at all?
Well, I'll tell you now. Please, Tom, just let me finish, and I'll tell you. On the same month that Millie Dowler had her phone to
Millie Dowler's parents don't want it talking about by Brian.
This is pointless.
Look, can I just say? Can I just tell you what I came into? Yeah, you're right, Simon. She doesn't, and that's the grief that Wendy had. But it was because on the same month that Millie Dowler's voicemails were hacked, Brian was hacked.
No, he wasn't.
It was taped. Okay, taped. Yeah.
And why can't he use that recording? Was it because he was setting his missus up for coke?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Absolutely. I agree. Yeah.
I know I'm right.
Right, so there's so much grit on the road here. Right, people are skidding all over the place. What I'm saying is, and I think that you've just sort of unravelled a little bit of it for yourself there.
That is the only reason Wendy had a drama with him, because of the Millie Dowder. She felt the little girl he was using her. That's the only reason.
So if you know why you've been bullying her, you fucking
Yeah,
nut.
Probably quite right,
exactly.
because he did mention her quite a lot, and he did bang on quite a lot about that, and they were
And the parents didn't want to hear this. I agree with you, right? Because it's what I've got to say, please. Yeah, this is what I learned along the lines after the weeks and weeks and weeks. Now, right. So I spoke to Wendy. I then sent her the evidence, which she knows I've got, and I sent it to her. She did this. She did and kept her word. She took them all down.
Still a fucking
She kept her
liar.
word. Now, me and Wendy then over the June, July, the summer, we're talking quite regular every day. Yeah.
What?
As soon as I went on that Will and McGee's thing,
Fuck this. Let me get.
it just went tits up because nobody really wanted me to go on there. Yeah. I didn't know what a shitbag he was.
Nobody gave a fuck if you went on there.
Who did you listen to before that? Amy?
Sorry?
Who did you listen to before that? Amy, Esau, Sartell. I mean,
that was about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this goes back down to like when I was taking the piss about lying down with dogs and getting fleas and being used to people's agendas and things. All right. Now, it's up to you. You're friends with, but I can tell you a lot about some of the things that when we're going to be like self-righteous and get on high horse.
He's done this because of Esau and Sartell.
Some of the things that Esau has said and done are fucking disgusting. Like some of the direct things that he said have been racist. They have been out of order. They've been against children. They've threatened people's children.
Stop. Right. Yeah.
So basically, all of this, because we're going to listen to some more, but so basically, all of this is because of Esau and Sartell. I know they threw Amy's name in there, but as much as Amy did wind me up with the way she entered into the arena and sort of like, well, it wasn't very nice in the beginning.
Yeah.
To be honest, when it comes to Brian Hurl, he went after Amy. It wasn't Amy. Amy only went after him after he attacked her. If you remember right?
Yeah. I don't know why he keeps bringing her name up, to be honest.
No, nor do I. But if anything, it's Sartell and Esau.
Yeah. That's the ones I've always said. Not Amy at all.
Yeah, so let's carry on.
And all of this. So by rights, even some of the things that you're saying really would justify you to not really have anything to do with it. But I'm not going to tell you to be, I'm just putting you in that.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
One's fine. No, that's fine.
But then, when me and Wendy, on the day of the channel, when Brian Harvey went live, I said, let's speak to Wendy, try and clear the air, which he did. And she meant that the other night. Then, after the Reels channel, she went the other way on me. And she said that I bullied her to take the channels down.
Okay,
and that was a complete lie.
I need to intervene now.
Oh,
I was informed
all right, okay.
that you was bullying her a long time before you went on Bill's channel.
That's right. What, love?
So as I remember, he did come over and say that he was going to stop. He told me that he wasn't going to. He came onto my show. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
He told me that he was going to leave you alone, leave me alone. And Brian had already come on and said that you didn't have to take the videos down. That was meant to be the end of it. But the very next morning, he went on to Reels and offered to give Reel tape recordings of you.
That's right. Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah, I do.
I'm not going to say what they're of because I don't think that's fair, but that's what he wanted to do.
But the night before, he was on saying, "Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it no more. Yeah, I didn't mean it. It's what he does all the time. He's a compulsive liar. Anyway.
It didn't
I've got
start
evidence. I can
after.
prove it.
I've seen
I've
the
got
evidence.
all the texts between this. I can prove it.
No, you can't.
Just go down her channel and look at Wendy Lou loves my comment. Wendy Lou loves my comment. This is the truth. This is the truth, mate. I'm being straight with you, 100%. After the Reels channel,
when she took the videos down, Brian,
yes,
right? That was, and we know the timeline of this and everything. There's evidence that was after you had sort of alluded to the fact that the social services would be interested in
social services. Well, that was 3 months later.
It would be in
when me and her fell out.
Her right-wing points of view. Now,
I didn't like
because she was very scared at that point.
I didn't like when I heard on that Reels, that guy's channel, when there were a lot of nasty things said. Don't get me wrong, he sort of said some nasty things, so does she. Yeah, and she brought up the M word many, many times. Don't get me wrong, I heard what the other party said. Yeah. About her dead husband. About her dead husband.
That's a very gritty road that everyone's getting around.
Yeah, but that wasn't my argument. That wasn't my argument. Give me. So I stayed out in the back of my house. All my argument was, this is what Wendy didn't like, is because I didn't bully her into taking. Wendy Wu won't be bullied by nobody.
That's not
I think
true.
we all know her well enough that she won't. Yeah?
Okay, she put her videos back up, right? After she was scared. She was scared of you, and that's why she took the videos down. You believe that? I'm honestly. Yeah. No, she shared the information.
Well, I'm going to take it back a bit. Because Wendy was being bullied, and not long after I spoke to you on March the 29th, I got in touch with her a couple of days later, and I said, something's not adding up. I will deal with this. And I did deal with it. And Wendy stopped being frightened of you.
That's true.
Really?
Yes.
And that is the truth, Brian, because
Wendy was frightened of you.
I promised. Me and Wendy were talking through the summer, through June and July. I've got all the WhatsApps here. I can send them to you adult privately. Happy to do that privately.
I've said this to you before.
Okay, I've always said, and I could quite easily have done it. I've got 2 audios, because she audios me every time we spoke. I knew she was recording, so was I. And I said I would never send or post, which I won't, of her crying her eyes out, onto me, talking to me about autism. Hang on, talking to me about autism, trying to help her. Let me finish, please. Trying to help her, because I help people get EHCP plans.
Why would you even threaten that?
And I help people that get bullied online.
Would you cause a
So
crime?
you've just pretty much admitted that there was an element of blackmail involved. Now I'm not having to go at you about that now, Brian, but maybe you don't realise that I don't know.
When she said, that I bullied her to take them videos down, that was absolute lie, and I can prove it. Absolutely, I can prove it.
Hold up, sorry, Brian. So if you say you do this
statement right now of everything that I know from what I saw.
Okay.
Right. The way that I remember it, okay? Wendy used to go over onto Brian Harvey's channel. She was upset that he used to talk about Millie Dowler, so she used to take his videos. She used to look at them, do her own research, and then debunk his videos.
That's right.
That's all she used to do. Now, she used to do that separate to the Speaker's Corner arena. Even I wasn't aware that she did that, to be honest.
I never used to mention it, did I, Jupes?
No,
really?
we never talked about it in Speaker's Corner arena. The two different areas were completely separate. But she was a regular on Reels. Okay? Now, 2 things happened at the same time. Around the time that Esau died, Wendy was friendly with a lady called Betty. That was mentally unstable. The same Betty that everybody knows to not have a child who claims that she's had a child. The same Betty that strips online, etc., etc. I'm not going to diss her out too much. But she made a diss video of a man before he was even buried.
That's right.
And the people on Real's channel, were politically affiliated with some other people, and they didn't like the fact that Wendy didn't publicly humiliate Betty and call her out. So there was already that feeling underground.
Yeah.
Okay. The second thing that happened, was that Chantel realised that Wendy knew Brian Harvey, because me and Wendy had been sitting on one of Wendy's shows when Brian Harvey turned up in the comments and threatened to stab us both. Right? This is not a lie. Now, me having a funny sense of humour, said there's a bloke in the chat calling himself Brian Harvey, not realising it's the real Brian Harvey. And he keeps writing in, he's going to stab us both. I don't know what that's all about. Right? It must be a troll. So Wendy said, I don't think it is a troll. I think it's the real Brian Harvey. And
that's right, because you didn't know anything, did you?
No, I said, don't be ridiculous, right? And I laughed it off. And I said, yeah, all right, Brian Harvey. Yeah, all right. Whatever. The next thing we know, Pearl turned up on the live stream. And who turned up on the live stream? Betty was also on that live stream, by the way. Pearl turned up on the live stream. Who's turned up on the live stream? They started having a big discussion about the Reigns list and who they knew. And I think Pearl accused Hoof of being someone else. I forget the fella's name now. And they started an argument over who's saying, I'm not that fella, but I reckon you've got information about someone I know that used to be in the nut house. And they ended up having a big sort of like argument going backwards and forwards that to me was quite farcical.
Yeah.
Right? The next thing I know, Wendy's upset because she's been...
Brian, what happened there? No, Brian Harvey made a video about me and Real saw it. You remember?
That's it. Chantel had done a sneaky underpass and went and got in contact with her and started slating Wendy off, because it was around the same time that Wendy had also started realising that Chantel was absolutely fucking raving nuts.
That's right.
Now, I had already distanced myself about 6 months earlier. No, maybe not 6 weeks. 6 weeks, let's say, not 6 months, 6 weeks. And Wendy had started to realise that she wanted to distance herself, so she was distancing herself. Chantel took offence at it and started interfering, talking to her, leaving messages for her. Her got in touch with Chantel. Then Chantel used her personal argument with Wendy to get her to attack Wendy.
That's right, yeah.
Also, and the way that they did it was to use it over the Brian Harvey issue. I'm not even sure that Brian Harvey asked him to come to you, to be honest, Wendy. Right? So, that was that. Then Hurl, through Chantel, agreed with Real to take Brian Harvey onto Real's channel.
Yeah.
At that point, Wendy tried to tell everybody it wasn't a good idea for the sake of Brian Harvey. She didn't think his mental health was up to it. And she didn't want a load of waffle on another channel about Ian Puddock, Millie Dowler, and everything else.
It was about rioting, looting, and protests.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Right.
So after all that happened, this is how I recollect it. Brian Harvey then came out of the blue when me and you were sitting on the channel and clicked the link and actually came on.
He did, yeah.
And actually spoke to us. Me and Wendy were like startled. We didn't expect Brian Harvey to just fucking come on. I mean, the last I'd heard of him, he fucking was a singer. I didn't keep up with his life. I didn't know that he'd gone through all this fucking trauma and everything else since. I never knew Wendy, to be honest.
Yeah.
So to me, it was a bit weird. This fucking aging pop star turning up on the channel to talk to us two old dears. To me, it was surreal. So then he agreed with Wendy, and I think Hoof came on, joined us.
Hell was on that night as well.
That he didn't have a problem. He didn't realise that Hurl had got him all involved, that she put videos up. He didn't have a problem. He believed in free speech, and he left. He left on good terms.
Yeah.
He didn't have an issue at all. But for some reason, Brian Hell carried on lying about Wendy, turning up, telling her that he was going to find out about her family. I think he was pissed off that Brian Hell had blocked him, because Brian Hell also did a video saying that he wasn't going to have no more Brians in his life.
Brian Harvey, you mean? Said he wasn't going to have any more Brians, and that nobody was to turn up at his house anymore, i.e. Brian Hell.
Yeah, he'd had enough of Brian's, right? So Brian Hurl no longer had access to Brian Harvey, and I think he got upset about that. And so he started following Wendy around and saying shit about me, because I would defend Wendy, tell the truth, and then he would fucking say shit about me. He would then have Chantel getting involved as well, and there was a lot of that went on in the background. Then Chantel left the Reels channel and done her own channel. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
She'd left her husband. Then the next thing you know, she's getting her leg over with her. We don't know how much of this story is true. Since then, it's all dramas about tights and fucking butt plugs and rape and everything. God knows what else. I don't even want to go into it all.
No.
It disgusts me. All of it disgusts me. I'm not going to lie. I'm a bit of a prude like that when it comes to things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I can have a laugh and a joke at a sexual joke, but I just think that some people on here are degenerates. So, that as far as I knew, he was having a go at her. Then out of the blue, a lady called Laura Lewis turns up. And she clicks the link and she comes on and she said, I just want to thank you two ladies. I've been stalked by Brian Hurl for over a year.
Yeah.
Threatened to take my children. Told me he's going to get me arrested. He's going to have my children taken off me. That he's stalking my house. That he's watching my house. He's got people listening to me. People watching my house. She was terrified of him. Right? Said that he knew gangsters that were going to come after her. She said, after watching you two, I realised that he's actually nobody. Because a couple of times he'll come on and me and Wendy both told him, fuck off, the fat fool.
That's right, yeah. Yeah.
She said, thank God for you two, because I now realise I could get my life back together and that he's not actually going to do nothing. Because by this stage, Herwood actually threatened me, and I haven't even had any interaction with him, Wendy. I've not phoned him, no emails. I don't get involved in his business. I don't give fucking two shits about his butt plug and his sore ass, right?
Yeah.
No, seriously, Wendy, you know how I feel about it all.
Yeah.
Even when he turns up on Vellies, I didn't want to engage in a conversation. It was James Jones who said, let him speak.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Proof's all out there. I've never wanted to entertain a fat fool, right? So, he actually turned up on Wendy's live stream, started going at Wendy, and I said, oh, hold on a minute. And he went, and you can shut up, mutton dressed as lamb. My mum said, well, I don't fucking give a fuck what his mum said. And his alleged mum had been leaving messages under my streams, which I think was just Brian Hurl himself, right? Under my video. Because he started attacking me just for being a co-host on Wendy's. And then he said, I know where you live. He doxed my address. He doxed my name. And he then said, I'm going to send gangsters to your house. I've got a car with a boot full of guns waiting and ready. And I told him, fuck off, you mug. You don't know who I know, who I'm connected to. And if you know where I fucking come from, you better shut your fucking mouth. Fuck off. That's what I told him. And it was that made Laura Lewis come on. And she said, thank God that I see you two standing up to him. I now realise he's fantasist and that he just tells lies. From there, who decided to defend Wendy out of kindness? He attached himself to the Wasp show. caused havoc over there.
Yeah.
From the Wasp show, he then attached himself to Shell UK, and Batfreak caused havoc there. And so the list goes on. And what he does is he hones in on the women. He picks a woman he wants to attack, and then they attack the women. And now, because it's all got too much, because at some point, I don't know how Easy got involved. I don't know how Easy got involved, Wendy. I don't know what it was.
I don't neither. I don't, Jupiter.
But all I do know is that Easy has had problem with a different group of people that were once his friends that he fell out with, was having trolls on his case. And because he made his live streams obvious, and at a similar time, Herwood now got himself attached to Zubida.
Yeah.
And around a similar time, Easy was doing stuff about grooming gangs that somehow Easy came up on their radar. That's all I know. If there's a connection or not, I don't know. All I know is that both things occurred at the same time. Then Zubida turned up on his channel and threatened him. She read his name out in amongst a list of people that they were going to dox on Zubida's. And it looks like now they are going to carry out the threat on Hurl's channel. It's all connected, very obviously connected, but not at any stage have I said any fucking thing to anybody to encourage anybody to do fucking anything.
No, none of us have. Neither you or I have done that. It's all conjecture on their part because they've got something to worry about.
Even Amy, who's just turned up, that he is blaming for at the beginning, no. Amy only went on to him after he went on to her.
Exactly. I mean, and Esau, you can't mention Amy's name where Esau is. He flies off the handle for some reason. Again,
this all leads back down to a personality or a personal issue with Chartel against Wendy and Esau against Wendy, and they've started this whole fucking vendetta out of this, and everybody else, they've just accrued to it along the way. That's what they've done.
Yeah, because Hoof helped me, as you know. Therefore, Hurl got involved with Hoof. Therefore, he got involved with the rest of that Wasp's channel, if you like. Who's this? I just want to make sure this is who. Hang on a minute, guys. Simon?
Hello.
Oh, it is you. Hang on, there's somebody else. Hello?
Oi, oi. How's it going, ladies?
Oh, it's Natty. What can we do for you, Natty?
Just thought I'd jump in, and I've seen you're pretty distraught at the moment about Active Patriot and a few of the others talking to some of our guys. Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you not realise that?
Down to pick his moments. Have you been listening to the thread of the show?
No, I only started listening about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I don't mind diverting for 2 minutes to talk about Active Patriot and.
This isn't specifically about Active Patriot. I just wanted to say that the reason is, I mean, look, you've attached yourself to Tommy, and that's fine, and Tommy's done his thing, but Tommy doesn't. He's got nothing to say about immigration or the demographic changes that are happening in the UK, and you're surprised that people want to talk about other things.
The same tide of words.
Look.
Well, listen, guys. I know you don't want to hear it, but I'm just trying to explain to you why people are going to jump ship and why they're going to look for other things to look for other people who are talking about this.
But why then? Yeah, hang on, Simon. Why are you trying to deny that Active Patriot is coming over to your group then?
I'm not saying he is or he isn't. You
but
guys are the ones.
Obviously.
Why
No,
is he
what? Because
claiming
he spoke to Horace
he's
about the
supporting
Beyond
Tommy
Easy Meat.
Robinson when news reporters are turning up?
Say
Yeah.
that again, sorry.
Can you tell us why, when news reporters turn up, he claims to be working for Tommy Robinson, but you know full well he's an F-nut on your side? Why is he doing that?
I don't know that full well. I don't know Active Patriot. I have never spoken to him or anything.
Oh, well, if
but
you
it's-
don't know him, why are you coming here to talk on his behalf?
I'm not talking on his behalf.
Well, you said it was about Active Patriot.
No, I didn't. I specifically said it wasn't
You did. You
specifically
came
about
on. The
Active
first thing you
Patriot.
said was you're upset that we're talking to Active Patriot.
Yeah, but this isn't specifically about Active Patriot. You did the same thing with Chris. You did the same thing with
Okay,
James
so
Goddard.
what's derogatory about Dangerfield tonight?
Yeah. What's happened with Dangerfield?
Say that again. Say that again. I didn't hear the question. What you want
Why
to know the
is
situation with Dangerfield?
being derogatory tonight about Dangerfield? Why were you talking about Dangerfield? What's Dangerfield done to you lot?
Who was talking derogatory about him?
Chris was.
I know as much as you guys know.
Yeah, I know you don't seem to know a lot, but you're coming here to argue and try and gripe us. It's silly, really.
I'm not
Natty,
groping you.
why do you guys watch that documentary called 2/3 of the Holocaust? Why do you watch that?
I've not only have I not seen that documentary, I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, okay.
I am reading a book at the moment called Hellstorm Europe.
Are you best buddies with Charlie?
Yeah, I like Charlie.
Yeah. Charlie was the one that likes to recommend that certain documentary to everyone to watch.
What, Hellstorm?
No. 2/3 of the Holocaust.
Well, I'm sure people read books, and if they enjoy them, they're going to recommend them. But I personally,
It's not a damn book; it's a documentary.
Oh right, okay. Well, if people want to recommend things that they've read or watched,
look. We've got more serious things going on in the world, right? We've got no community cohesion in Britain because of you bastards, right?
No, it's not. No.
Around this country, pretending they're German, and most of them live in fucking Spain, Portugal, Thailand, and the Philippines, and Australia and America.
That's a ridiculous.
On the one hand, hold on, let me finish. We've also got idiots on the one hand who think Tommy Robinson is a shield but want to get him over to their side so that the followers will follow, which means that they're hypocrites, right? And at the same time, we've got a nutcase going around the fucking internet picking on women, and you people that say that you stick up for British women are taking no fucking notice of it because you're more interested in each other's arseholes. So can we just get on with fucking
what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, well, I can tell you, right? If you kids want something to do, right?
Just calm down. Just calm down. Listen, I'm not as plugged into your kind of drama as you seem to think I
will give you a list of fucking names that you can go after and look and see what they're doing and how they're tormenting women on the internet.
All right, send me
if
the list.
If you've got really good calls to go after, I can give you a list of names. Please go and investigate them for us.
Yeah, send me the list. I'll have a look. Fine.
Right, good.
Haven't you lost your channel now on here? Haven't you lost your channel, Natty?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube censorship isn't good. I wouldn't be gloating if you guys lost your channel. I don't know why.
I'm not gloating. I just was listening to you last night on D Live.
Yeah, okay.
And I do find some of the comments in the chat disgusting, which aren't censored in any way.
Oh well, clutch those pearls harder. I don't really care about chat comments. People can say what they want to say. I thought you guys were into free speech.
Well, there's free speech and then there's hate speech. You need to know the difference.
So you're on board with the Blairite idea that hate speech is real and we should prosecute hate speach. Right.
What I saw on your stream, on that stream last night, was hate speech.
Again, hate speech is a term brought in by cultural Marxists and imposed by Blair. And it's funny that you people who claim to be patriots and right wing are more than happy to use that stick to beat others with. Isn't that interesting?
Okay, if you're going to be negative just so that you can put someone in an depressed state, then you know what you're doing. Wendy, at the moment, Easy's getting beat up on her. So if you've got nothing better to do, Natty, why don't
Listen,
you go
okay.
over
No. Listen,
channel? I'm going to give you a channel. Hold on, Natty. You
Okay,
can come
right.
back and debate with us in a little while. Okay, you can come back and do that. We're not going to argue about that. But right now, if you boys want to go and sort out somebody that deserves sorting out, I'm going to give you a channel right now. Go over there, see the bullying, and work out for yourself what's going on. It's called Brian Howell, The Truth. If you boys can prove to me that you've got your stamina in you to work out what's really going on and sort the whole fucking situation out, then maybe we'll take you a bit seriously.
What's the channel name? Brian something. What is it?
It's called Brian Hurl, The Truth.
Brian Hurl, The Truth. I think I'm familiar with that channel. Listen, okay, I'm going to jump off. I'll leave you to it. Listen, you shouldn't be using the term hate speech, and you shouldn't be normalizing it. If you really are patriots and you really want to see Britain thrive, you don't want any ideas of hate speech being normalized and used against each other, because it's a disgusting concept, and it only gets used against white.
What a load of nonsense! Only white people.
Fucking hell.
Let's see if they've got any metal in them. Because I don't think they're even going to go over there.
What's Easy doing on Hal's channel?
I have no idea. They're telling me in the side chat that Easy's over there getting fucking really badly done over. But Wendy, number one, we can't play it because we'd likely get a strike. And number two, I'm not going over there. I'm not going. He knows we're over here. Why has he gone over there on his own?
No, I won't be going over there.
What's happening, Simon? Can you see?
Hey, I'm not looking like them.
Oh.
Let's have a look.
I'll wait till Shell clips it and watch the interesting bits.
You sound half asleep.
I am. I've been awake for hours.
Oh,
yeah, we haven't got on to Jack Dawkins yet. We've still got him to go. And then this fucker's just reminded me. It's a big mistake coming on, Matty, when you did. Yeah, the open debate says he's not there. He's in our side chat.
He's just here.
So I don't know who said that he was over there and why you're saying that if he's here.
So Brian Hurl's in that case. Thanks for the number, Omar. Wow. Why do people listen to him? I don't get it. I don't get why people listen to this individual.
Okay, Easy wants to come on. He wants to link.
Yeah, Easy. You shouldn't have gone on there. They're freaks of nature. They're like Thompson and Venables. Easy. I mean, not Easy. Sorry. I believe Esau to be either Thompson or Venables, to be honest.
Oh God! Don't tell Easy that. You know what's going to happen. He's next.
Daddy Hurl. Did you hear that one?
No, Christ.
He called him Daddy.
Is this Ricky?
That's me. It's me.
It's you. All right. No.
Oh no, I haven't been over there.
Right.
I haven't been. There's people cloning my accounts.
Oh, right.
That's me. Yeah. Yeah, they've been cloning my accounts. Paul Eminent have been cloning my accounts under my channel name and my name, and with my photo on it of the video.
While you're here, there's somebody over there called Open Debate Channel. I guess like that when Raspect went live. Yeah. Aren't we over there, Dupes? Me and Dupes, we were over there, apparently.
Right, it's good that he's come on here, actually, because then it shows people we can't be in two fucking places.
Yeah.
They're lying.
You're right.
All right, it is who.
I only dropped in to say I went on Easy this afternoon because Omar was on there.
Yeah, what's wrong with him? Why is he fucking changed like that?
I'm not going to say, right, because it's own thing. But I went on there because Omar was saying something about me last night. I'm not going on that fat cunt fucking channel.
No, I know that. Yeah.
He's not worth my fucking presence. But anyway, I went on Easies to confront Omar. Omar was doing all this sweary stuff and whatnot. I was staying calm. Then the fat boy came on. Again, I'm staying calm. There was some comments posted on a skits video this morning. Or sorry, there was somebody chatting. And the comment went something like, that girl who you're claiming to be your niece, that's your best friend's daughter. And did she get knocked over because you was grooming her and she tried running away from you?
Ooh.
Right. Now, because I've seen that, I've looked at the comment, because I've got a private hang with him, and he was supposed to have played poker with a few of us. Remember that time?
Yeah.
He said that it was his niece. Right?
Right.
Well, this person today said it was his best friend's daughter. So he's been playing uncle to some woman's child or young girl. There's something fucking weird going on. So I've mentioned that, but now he's saying that I'm accusing him of grooming this girl, and that I said that he ran over her 3 times. I've never said fuck all. But let them just carry on do what they're doing. But I came on to say, I did say to Easy, why have you let these on? Right? Because I've had a conversation with him, and just keep them away from you. If they're saying stuff about you on their channel, let them fucking say it. Everybody knows it's not true. And he keeps saying, he was saying that he's got it under control. Well, it didn't sound like it because he's getting more and more worked up, and that's what they want to do to you.
I don't know towards the end because we know he's an idiot.
Easy, please keep him away from you. Please.
Yeah, but it was the reason I've done it. Sure.
But you're getting worked up about it, right? And that's what they want to do to you. They want to get you worked up. Then you're going to say something silly.
Yeah, but if I've got something, he's just confirmed. He actually confirmed something on that. Well, when you left, he confirmed something, and that's very good for my evidence to the police now.
Right, well, I've sent you the screenshot where Rodney admits that it was Esau that put him on your show.
What?
I've sent it to you earlier on this afternoon, Wendy.
Yeah.
If you read it, Esau sent him over.
Right.
All this stuff about I'm controlling Wendy and or doing something.
Oh Christ!
It's fucking cuckoo land.
And I threw you under the bus hoof and then reversed over you. Apparently, fucking idiots.
Listen, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it once only. Nobody controls Wendy, and no fucker controls me. I tell you, even Hector has a hard time fucking getting his own way. So nah. 99% of the time, I rule my fucking house. It's only when he really puts his fucking foot down that I go, all right, I better shut up.
Well, yeah, it's called making them believe that they're the man of the house. They get, and then you put your foot down in the end.
Easy, please, just let them get on with what they're doing. If they come over to your channel, just block them.
Yeah, they're all blocked now. They're all blocked. Or every single one of they're gone now.
But I didn't want to come on there this afternoon.
That the body wasn't found in the position it was left in.
Oh, I tell you what, just give me their address. I'll pay them a visit.
Pardon?
Oh, give me their address. I'll pay them a visit.
Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned now, he's either, I'll always refer to him as either Thompson or Venables. So
these people, they're really, really sick. They get enjoyment out of this shit, man.
Oh yeah. According to them, me and Wendy drove fucking Easy to suicide when they know that it was them. They're not.
Yeah,
they just
deflecting.
Any responsibility. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what they say. Let them say whatever they like. All I've got to say to them is prove it, make your false allegation, and wait and see what's going to happen.
This is why they're called trolls, because they love to do it. They've got no sympathy for anyone. They don't feel bad about what they're doing. They actually like what they're doing. It's how evil.
But you know, when I saw them saying that and Rodney saying that, I was on my hospital bed. Then it made me stronger and fight back a little bit and think, you fucking idiots. Do you know what I mean? You just put some more fire in my belly. Do you know what I mean?
But on the internet, you beat them by not giving them a single reaction.
Yeah, I know.
That's how you beat them.
You beat the trolls after midnight. Trust me, the gremlins multiply. You've got to just literally don't read anything. If you can't read it, you don't know what they've said. Tell people.
So yeah, have you watched 2/3 of the Holocaust, Blue Monday?
I've never heard of that one.
You're such a liar. They're all lying.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one.
The thing is,
Never
you're not
even
so tonight, are you? But
heard of it.
when you've come before, Blue Monday, to be fair, you've gone up here and you've been really rude to I would say mature women, and you've been rude. You think that it's been funny. You've never wanted to engage in proper conversation, and now you're turning up and mumbling. I don't understand what's going on. What is it you want from us?
I'm just here to talk. I don't know how I've been rude, but okay.
Well, you have, and you've also been over on Vellies. I've met you on Vellies before, where you showed off to what I would call homosexuals.
You two are brutal.
I don't know if there's reason to that, whether it's because
I think Vellies still have trauma from trying to debate me, to be honest.
No, I'm being serious. Being serious. You did. The ones that were over there that were very camp, you were showing off to them. You joined in with people that were actually against, that were very anti-white, and you joined in with them. And then you come here at the end of the day and debate with us for what? What do you want from us?
I'm not debating with you. What am I debating you over?
Well, what do you want to discuss with us? Why are you here?
Why not? Do you want to debate me over something, or do you want to have a conversation, or do you want to just like live in EastEnders world and create drama?
Well, I don't mind discussing. Well, no, I want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Why you all love Mein Kampf and Hitler?
Yeah, tell us.
Love? What do you mean by love?
Look, I'm not playing Sudoku or whatever it's called, right? Why do you all love Hitler and Mein Kampf? Explain it.
Why do you love Jews?
I was going to say, let him speak for 5 minutes before he says Jews.
Well, that's a bit weird.
You see, he can't even debate. So I ask him a question. Yeah, I ask him a question, and he answers it with a question.
I'm a philosopher. What can I say?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're a philosopher of bullshit.
But
I mean, what?
blew my mind. You've widened my sections.
A whole race of people compared to one man.
Yeah. Can you actually change your name? Because I'm not a goyim.
I am.
I don't think anyone on this panel should be treated as a goyim. So I find that offensive. Can you change it?
Take that up. Take that up with the Jews.
I will take it up.
Hang on, wait a minute. Okay.
But
what have the Jews ever done to you?
As far as I'm concerned, that's the same as calling people cuffers. Can you please change it?
Yeah.
Well, the Jews made up that word. They use that word.
I would tell Islamic to take
See,
cuff
this is
up.
what he's doing.
Yours.
He's trying to compare Judaism to Islam. So you've got the infidels. They're saying it's the same word as infidel. I'm sorry.
What does Goyim mean, Baska?
Basically, you're trying to say that you're somebody less than a Jew.
What does Goyim mean?
I think it means something less than a Jew.
It means cattle.
Less than a Jew. Huh?
It means people who aren't Jews are cattle, according to the people that use that word.
Being a Jew.
Busker, please let me deal with this. Blue Monday, because that's what your real name is. That's what you used to call yourself, right? So Monday, let me just tell you something. We don't believe in self-pity, and we don't believe in self-oppression. So by doing that, right, if you're an individual that is British, you are self-oppressing yourself. Can you please stop with self-pity? That's the lefty.
Myself. I believe white people exist.
Are you a left? Are you on the left?
No, I don't believe in the left or the right.
You're self-oppressing yourself, right?
Right.
And we don't believe that. So can you get the fuck off?
By
or,
mocking, calling people cattle?
What?
I'm mocking the use of calling non-Jews cattle by Jews.
You're not mocking nothing because it's not really funny.
Yeah, it isn't really funny, is it? To call
I never even heard that word until you lot started.
No, but you're calling yourself it, mate. No one
You've
else
never heard of Goyim,
No,
Pascal?
you're calling yourself it.
Have you read the Talmud, Pascal?
Okay, Goyim.
The Jews act on it. Do
Okay,
the Jews act on it?
What's that?
Anything that's in the Talmud, do the Jews act on it?
Well, many of the Orthodox, yeah.
Oh, Orthodox, yeah, right. Well, I don't know any Orthodox Jews, sorry.
These guys are fanatics, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
fanatics.
Totally obsessed.
For
A lot
himself.
of the left-wing Zionists use it as well, to be fair.
Listen, are you in Israel?
The most
What about
secular.
Islam then? What about Islam?
What about
that
Islam?
meme? You know that meme with the ancient aliens guys?
Which is worse? Can I ask you a question, Blue Monday? Which is worse, Judaism or Islam?
In
It
what
was
sense?
aliens.
What like measurement?
Aliens, what aliens, Simon?
Listen to that meme. You know that it was aliens guy from the.
I mean, Jews never did anything bad, right?
It was all.
No.
In modern day times, if you're looking through scripture, I can point out where thousands of different races and images are wrong.
Right, but in modern day times, it's only everyone but the Jews that have done bad things,
What have
right?
Jews done today?
Hold on. Jews as a collective, no. But I'm sure there's going to be some Jews that have done some bad things because there's people of all races and all creeds and all.
The elite Zionist Jews that are facilitating the demographic.
No, that's just your opinion.
That is the European Union.
It's pretty
It's
provable
not fact.
objectively.
You're an idiot. It's not fact. It's
Have
an
you looked at
opinion.
who's funding the NGOs, for example?
Yeah, that's propaganda.
Who's funding the NGOs? We can show you objective.
Taurus is not a fucking practicing Jew.
Right, but Zionism
Well, do you think
collectivizes
there's
both
four
secular
people?
and non-practicing
Right, so
Jews.
Blue Monday, hang on, Blue Monday. How are the Jews bringing over all of the mass migration?
Right, who's funding the NGOs that are, and the politicians that are opening the borders?
Don't
Did
know.
you know the Democrats and the Republicans, the top 10 donors on both sides were for Zionist Jews?
Why are you so jealous of them? Is it because they like to keep their money?
They've got lots of money, haven't they? He ain't got nothing. He ain't got a pot to piss in.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Can I just?
Really jealous of Jews. I think Jews are jealous of everyone else. They want people to have a homeland.
No, they're not.
I think you're jealous of anyone.
So Israel, the Jews should have their homeland in Israel, but the Europeans should become melting pot molasses.
Well, hang on a minute. Hang on.
Blue Monday, one question.
Wait, hang on. Wait a minute. Blue Monday. What do we care about Europe? What you on about?
Well, let's say Britain then. If Britain's been flooded, which it is, with immigrants.
Well, yeah, immigration.
By Zionist-funded NGOs, right?
It's got nothing to do with the Jews, though.
Have you looked into the funding of the NGOs that are bringing these people over?
It's got nothing to do with the Jews.
And well, we can literally show it does by the.
Well, show me then. Show me.
Bring your evidence. Bring it on.
Can I just ask Blue Monday a
with George
question?
Soros?
Hold on.
George Soros isn't a Jew, you twat.
Bosco, 1 second.
No, he's deeply in bed with them.
Hello.
Hi, Dave.
Look, Blue Monday, would you agree that there's a long history of hostility between Jews and Muslims?
In part, yeah. Sure.
So what would be the benefit for Jews, Israel, to see Europe fall to Islam?
Well,
What would be the benefit of that?
Do you think Jews and Europeans have a long history of conflict?
No, but here's the scenario. Let's say the West falls to Islam, and then Muslims are then in control of the nuclear weapons in the West. What do you think would happen? What do you think would happen?
Well, what do you think would happen if Europeans was like united under ethno nationalism?
Right,
I think other countries will bomb us to bits the way they did to Hitler.
Yeah, the only way you'll be able to implement.
So you admit that Jews bombed Hitler to death?
Country became nationalist.
Jews didn't bomb Hitler. We did, you knob.
They'll get sanctioned like Germany did, and then eventually.
Well, if you look at the focus group for Winston Churchill, it's pretty clear that the foreign policy of the war was done by Zionist Jews that had Churchill bought out. The focus group documents are
as we stand right now. Israel is more safe, is safer as things are, aren't they?
Is it safe for the Palestinians whose homes they're still encroaching upon?
No, you see, you're changing the subject.
Do we care? Do we care? No.
No,
No, it's
he's
kind of
moving
immoral
it.
to displace
You know
and
what?
genocide another people, right?
Palestinian people you talk about are quite happy for Muslim men in this country to rape children, because it's in the Quran. So don't you dare sit there and defend
Well, I
them.
think that the Zionists are facilitating those people to come in the first place are quite
No,
happy
they're not.
for
They're
that.
not. It's in your head.
Yeah, but
Don't
when I
If you just look at the people who are facilitating the grooming gangs and bringing the people in
why would
and bringing out the politicians.
What's going on?
What's that, Busco?
Blue Money, when I press you, why would you? Hold on,
Can you please allow Dave for a minute, please?
When I press you, why would Jews, Jewish people, Israelis want to facilitate the demise of the West? Your answer was because ethno-nationalist movements would be worse for them.
Yeah.
That was your answer to that question.
Yeah, they'd lose the capitalist hegemony that they have in the American Zionist empire.
Oh, they've got loads of money, ain't they?
So then it would be in Israel's interest for Europe to remain as it is, wouldn't it?
No, it'd be in Israel's interest to make Europeans weaker by mass replacing them and mixing them up so that they have no chance of revolting against the Zionist empire.
The ideological enemies.
There's only 17 million Jews on the planet. No.
So Jews would be safer with replacing Europeans with Muslims. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, they're mixing them up, dividing conquer.
What a load of rubbish, man.
That's a load. You are completely deluded.
I mean, you can just objectively look at lobbying and ADL and APAC and all of these organizations.
Yeah, Korea is
very provable.
Okay. So let's just imagine that the Jews are ushering in these illegal migrants like you think they are. And the demographics of Britain change and it becomes under Sharia. And Britain becomes a powerful Muslim force.
I don't think it would come under Sharia, though.
Hold on. They back up the Palestinians against Israel and break down the Jewish defense. And then the Palestinians start outbreeding the Jewish and they take over Israel. How is that happy for anyone?
Well, I wouldn't agree that it would become under Sharia law. I think their main goal is to have everyone become globalist melting pots where all the same, anyone can be British, right? That's what they want for the whole world.
You said their objective is to replace Europeans.
But then they want to replace all peoples and turn us all into one globalist melting pot, as we've seen from the World Economic Forum's open plan.
Your problem is you don't like black people and you believe that Muslims
I don't like black people, did you say?
Yeah, you believe that Muslims are
I don't dislike black people.
Well, I can't understand why you would be so fixated on the demographics and hate mixed race people, because your group are always on about the mixed race population, which is minute. You don't talk about the real reason where the changing. Hold on. You don't talk about the real reason where the changing demographics are coming from, which is the immigration from a certain belief where they have many wives and many children. Okay, that's where the demographic change is coming from. You don't talk about the fact that not only is it that demographically changing in looks, it's the culture that's changing, because that culture is very solid in its beliefs. In fact, you uphold that. You say you admire that. You admire that. You want to usher them in and copy them and admire them in doing that.
How does ethno-nationalism want to usher people in?
You don't care about British culture at all.
You think anyone can be
No,
British?
they don't.
So
No.
How do you care about British culture?
Okay, I'll tell you.
Why do you keep answering questions with questions?
Because the questions you're asking
You're a
have
fucking idiot.
silly
a race.
presumptions.
Blue Monday, British is not a race. You need to go and have a
It's a group of it's an umbrella group of ethnicities.
No, it's a nationality. It's not a race.
So what
where does the word nation come from etymologically?
What we believe,
nation, group of people.
Monday, what we believe seems much more just, is that we should put the people that are actually residing on these lands first. We should bring community cohesion amongst us. We should sort out the differences, and if that means that we have to make policies that do make people that have beliefs that are not constructive, not conducive, with British culture, a little bit uncomfortable, so they wouldn't want to settle here. So be it. But we believe that anyone born here has got the birthright of the soil, and as long as they don't commit treason or blow us up or any of this fucking other shit, that they're welcome to be here. Those people who want to stand with us, big up Britain, shoulder to shoulder, regardless of colour, as long as they have the same aims, values, and beliefs, we stand shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah,
with them.
it's civic 101, civic nationalism. I mean, that's your viewpoint, that's your prerogative. What I would say is that I don't think that a Somalian in a cult is Scottish. I don't think someone that's been here for 3 generations has as much connection to the indigenous culture as someone like me with 100. I don't think their ancestors have evolved in the breath and the echoes of their culture and their evolution that has really happened in the same
Are you living in Scotland at the
amount
moment?
at all.
Yeah, Monday, you're Scottish for a start. So do you believe in the independent countries, or do you want us to the union?
The SNP or globalists, they believe anyone can be Scottish, and I like you.
Right. So there's your reason why to Scotland is now getting mass migration. It's basically wee Jimmy Cranky, isn't it?
No,
Yeah, well, she's not going to be long before she's booted
Scotland's
out.
not really getting hit that hard. It's England that's getting hit with immigration.
Well, her and both Boris Johnson think that anyone can be, like, Boris Johnson thinks anyone can be English, and Nicola Sturgeon thinks anyone can be Scottish. I don't really see much.
No. Boris Johnson does not think anyone can be English.
No, yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Right, he's literally a liberal who's supportive of open borders.
He hasn't said that.
Right,
I think you're getting English and British
his
mixed
party
up.
actually have said that many times, and also he's got the highest rate of legal immigration.
They change it to suit their narrative, Wendy. They do it often. It's a bit like the grooming report. You know, when they clean ex offenders and grooming gangs, and they change it. They do exactly the same. This is what the
try and mind trick tactics. It don't work on me because I can read them like a book. So.
It's a lot of propaganda, isn't it? A lot of propaganda, half truths.
Blue Monday, you can't never ever trick me with your bullshit. So
Monday,
I think Scotland should be for the Scottish. I don't think a Somalian in a cult is Scottish.
Yeah, that's what you think, but it doesn't make any difference.
So you think a Somalian in a cult is Scottish?
What if that Somalian fought for Scotland?
No, I don't think they're Scottish. I think they're British.
Yeah,
right, but I'm Scottish.
There's 4
do you believe in English?
White races in the United States. English, Irish.
Do you believe that the English exist?
Yeah, I'm English, mate. Yeah.
Right. So is a Somalian who comes to England English just because he shares the same
they're British.
Right. Well, let's take away the British thing for a second, right? Let's compare the Scottish thing.
You can't take away the British thing. Sorry.
It's a unit.
British isn't a race; it's a nationality.
Right,
a nation of people that
literally come from the indigenous peoples of Britain.
No, Blue Monday, if you have a conversation, right, you've got to at least allow other people to talk and not just talk over like a mumbling robot.
People have talked over me as well. I haven't complained.
Yeah, but it's not making any sense for anybody else who's listening, number one. And number two, it's fucking annoying.
Tell the other people to stop talking over as well, Come on.
Right. So, Dave, do you have questions for Monday? You go first, then Wendy, then I'll go, then Busker, and then anyone else who wants to join in.
Look, my position is it's not just simply just being born here, but if you are an individual who loves this country and wants the best for this country, then I see you as my British brother or sister. It's as simple as that. And those people that are anti-British and anti our British identity, I see you as my enemy. That's it.
Right, Wendy, have you got anything you want to say to him?
Yeah, what he just said. So you don't see I don't know a Chinese person that goes to live in Scotland as British.
Well, yeah. So you see British as like a set of values, and I see it as an indigenous group of peoples that are different point of views.
Oh yes, I forgot. You've now all decided. You can only be British if you're Scottish, English, Welsh, or Northern Irish. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's my view.
Well, that's your definition of it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just your silly group's definition of it.
No, it was like the definition for longer than the one that you have.
Yeah, well, as with everything, it evolves. So you can now become a British national.
But isn't that what
right?
the left wing people say when they say that anyone can be British and that it's not correct to criticize the inundation of Muslims?
Okay, what is the problem with someone who's come to this country, and lived here and worked here, and I mean from Nigeria or something, and is a British national? What is your problem?
Well, on an individual level, I don't have a problem, but I think as a whole, when it's done to replace indigenous people, to make them a minority on purpose, then I think that's an issue.
Okay, there's only one set of people replacing, and you know who they are. Now, you might not want to mention them.
Do you not think like the Africans are coming in?
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't.
So you don't see the African gangs that are running half of the drugs in London?
Oh, are they? Oh, right.
Let me tell you something, right? We might have black on black crime in London. We do, because I live in London. Yeah, we do have black on black crime. But most people of working class can relate to black people quite easily. In fact, they can actually relate to many other denominations of people as well. The problem comes when there's actually a culture that is being manifested within politics and within our community that is completely alien, and they are expecting us to put it over our own.
Yeah, but you think it's just Muslims, but I think it's like all non-indigenous
of course
people.
No.
We include Black Lives Matter in that as well, of course.
Right. Okay, so we said that the blacks and the Muslims and all the other non-whites are being flooded in.
No, not the blacks. No.
So you don't think there's an issue with gang culture in London?
Oh, hang on. Is that the only thing you've got against these people?
Their entitlement to thinking that they are owed something because of Marxist views on colonization.
But isn't aren't they? Wait a minute. Hang on. Wait a minute. So are you trying to say, Blue Monday? Calm down. Are you saying all black people think like that?
Are you saying all ethno-nationalists?
No, don't fucking answer a question with a question.
Well, that's
you were talking about African people.
Do you think that?
So do you think all African people that have moved here and are British nationals think the way you've just said?
Do you think I think that?
I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, but the answer is like obvious. It's obviously obvious. I don't think that. Why do you think I think that?
Well, you just said it. You just announced it, didn't you?
Did I say all of them?
Well, what do we all? Well, how many do you mean then? Who do you mean?
Well, I mean, let's look at the BLM, for example. That's quite a large majority of people. Let's look at the amount of people who come over.
Yeah, majority of what? The majority are white, aren't they?
The majority of a lot of Africans who come here are very into the Marxist race critical
theory. But the majority of BLM,
they're not.
The majority of BLM are white, aren't they?
The majority of BLM are actually British race blacks. Stop lying. If you
just said it's white, and another one said it's British
black. If you see many foreign black people that come from outside, they are actually grateful to be coming and living in Britain. And we've seen this on these channels, actually. That strikes through quite often.
But the Africans burning down the barracks? The Africans that were burning down the barracks the other week, did they seem grateful to be here?
Are they Africans?
How many of them are black?
Yeah, they were.
How many of them are black?
Yeah, how many of them are
all black?
No, they're not.
Well, a lot of them were.
No, they weren't. No,
they were. Somalis.
No, they weren't.
There's a lot of anti-British rhetoric and so on and so forth, and it is coming from the left, and it is mainly coming from white liberals, and that is bleeding into our society. We understand that, and the answer to that problem is not fucking deportation or anything like that. It is we need a patriotic revolution.
Well,
and I mean, black and brown people can be British patriots.
Well, I mean,
and it's a really big leap from someone that's lived here, studied here, and spent time here, as opposed to a bunch of people straight off a dinghy into a camp. Also,
yeah.
I think
an argument on like that burned down Napier barracks for black. It's a bit like weak. You know?
Well, I think when you look at the majority of the conservative right, which believes that anyone can be British if they hold the same values, I view them as liberals and left wing myself.
Look, Blue Monday. The fact that you only see ethnic English, ethnic Irish, Northern Irish, sorry, ethnic Scottish and ethnic Welsh as British, it's a pointless argument because you're never going to see anyone else as British, are you?
Well, you're never going to see it like
Well,
Indigenous people as Indigenous.
What do
So
you care what I think?
Yeah.
well, what do you think?
How do we?
Tell me why you don't like Mondays.
How do we not acknowledge ourselves as
What?
being Indigenous? Can you explain that? Because you just made a claim there. We
Yeah,
know
say
we're
that again.
Indigenous. You just made a claim there that we don't acknowledge Indigenous people. We are Indigenous people.
Are
How
you
do we not acknowledge
100%?
that?
Are you like native British? 100%.
Yeah.
Are you?
Are you? 100%.
I don't think you are you? If I remember
British.
rightly.
Have you got?
Haven't you got Irish in you? Haven't you got Irish in you?
No, I'm Scottish.
You've got Irish in you.
According
you
to who?
According
never
to
said that.
you.
Yeah, I never said that. But
Yes,
anyway,
you did.
It always leads to purity spiral. It always does.
I mean,
There's a bit
look,
of
guys.
weeds in him as well. I can
If
tell.
you think anyone can be British, if they have the same
No,
values,
anyone can't be British. But
Right.
someone who loves this country and wants the best for this country can be
Yeah.
British. Yes.
so anyone who loves this country or says that they love the country at the
Yes,
says that they
anyone
love it
that
to
loves this country is not a threat to this country and wants to further this country.
right. And do you think the majority of these people are integrating?
Yes, it's not skin color that bothers us. It bothers you. It doesn't bother us. It's
I
mindset.
mean, you seem to see
Oh,
skin
no,
color
let's-
more than
let's-
me. You see brown very much, but not black or white.
No, let's be honest. There is large sections of the immigrant populations that are not pro-British and would never call themselves British. We know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they are a problem to our country and our way of life. We accept that and we acknowledge that.
Yeah.
But
And
we
we
don't
have
believe it's because of the race. We believe it's
And
because
we
of
have
the
to
colour
find
or their
ways
ideology.
in that.
Well,
And
race
the
isn't just color, right?
one of those ways, I'll give you this, one of those ways might be for our government to set up schemes so that people of descendants of slavery could go back to Jamaica or wherever. There might that might be one of the ways. I'm willing to even go along that road. But
Yeah,
what I
these
would
ethno-black, ethno-nationalist movements,
but what I wouldn't do is say that I want to kick everybody of colour out. What I
Well,
wouldn't
we
do,
don't say that.
well,
No, but we know
Liar.
that's where it's leading to, don't we? That's not.
No, you just incentivize them.
I've heard some people come on here and tell me they want it at least 99% white.
I go 95 indigenous.
See, that's quite.
If everyone plays the fucking percentage game, I'm literally going to lose my mind. Shouldn't you be playing like Warzone with Mark Collette or something?
Shouldn't you like?
Get into power.
Shouldn't you just be taking Muslims and blaming it all on them and ignoring
Some
like
16-year-old.
them?
Have you not got important video games to be playing with like Hitler lovers?
Do you not care about the eradication of indigenous culture
why
as
do you
a
keep
majority?
asking questions?
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Why? We obviously know we're
Slightly too
becoming a
fast.
minority.
You keep asking questions slightly too fast, thinking like you're quick firing, but you're not really.
I'm going at like half speed for you, buddy.
Blue Money, can I just quickly ask you? If you actually got what you wanted and it meant Britain being sanctioned to the point of us becoming a third world country, would you still want that? Would you still?
Presuming you would get sanctions.
Well, we would. If it was Britain
Why-
alone, that became an F.
If you break international law, you tend to get sanctions.
If
yeah?
you deported one
Repatriation's been done within the confines of the United Nations, so that's an incorrect presumption.
Well, how do you know? Because if you break international law, you know other countries
Because
put
it's already been
sanctions on
done
you.
within the confines of international law. Repatriation's already happened.
Okay, what do you think of Tommy Robinson?
I think he's a Mossad asset.
Oh, you're an idiot. Oh, wow.
So you're not like
Dumbo.
that would like him to join your party and take us over, all of our movement over to come and join you then?
Well, he doesn't think that indigenous Brits should remain a majority. And he
Okay.
only cares about Muslims.
Have you heard him say that?
Oh,
Have
no,
you heard
hold
him
on.
say that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How many ethno-nationalists would you say out of 100%? Yeah, so do it on a percentage. How many would you say would agree with Tommy's people coming over into your FNAT movement?
Well, we've been doing that for over a year now.
Yeah.
On a percentage, I'm asking you, how many Do you think would welcome Tommy's movement joining you?
Oh, they, disavow civic nationalism.
You'd get really excited, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, we sent Tommy to Spain, didn't we?
During Monday.
So
we
why
destroyed his people on Telegram.
Movement, you're such hypocrites.
Blue Monday, I need to ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you've been taking Tommy Robinson's supporters for over a year, who's been behind it?
The spirit of the Aryan people.
No, it was all mad. It was all mad Fraz. It was all mad Fraz. He said so on hope, not hate.
No, if you need to take over, you need to take Tommy Robinson's supporters. You must have a contact or someone who is team.
Dude, there's open group chats in Telegram.
Yeah.
True.
Right.
Yes.
What do you think we're doing? Do you think we're sneaking about at night at Tommy and getting his his contact list? Well, he's busy in Spain hiding from everyone.
So shit. If you think our position is so shit, and the man that we stand shoulder to shoulder with for free speech against grooming gangs, against paedophilia, standing up for the rights of British people, if what you believe is that our mindset is so shit, why would you want him to join you?
I don't want Tommy to join me. I think he's misled.
Oh, you don't want Tommy?
No.
Other ethnics agree with you that they don't like Tommy. So they want his movement, but they don't want him.
I think they agreed with the, obviously, dealing with the grooming gangs and bringing issues to that, but they see Tommy as like a safety valve who's like misled them into only seeing Muslims as a problem, but actually all of the demographic replacement of all of the indigenous Brits is a massive problem, and that's the main issue.
No, you're wrong.
When
you're
the indigenous Brits are a minority and the Boogaloo has begun, are you going to turn around and say, well, at least it's not Africans, bro?
Yeah,
so you're living in a fantasy.
Because you're going to spend all this time telling Tommy that he's in the wrong position. You're going to spend all this time slandering all the people that stood with him, calling them fat slags, calling them...
I haven't been slandering any of them.
Hold on. What's the other thing you're calling us? Fat slags, racist, fickos, Tommy tards.
You think we've been calling people racist?
And then you say, but if you join our group, overnight you miraculously turn into decent human beings. Do you think we're stupid?
Oh, yeah, like you did with Goddard.
I think there's lots of great people within
Look what you did with James
Tommy
Goddard.
Robinson movement who are just unfortunately misled by
You know,
a
1 minute
operation
Goddard
to
was a silly ethnat, a silly civnat. Overnight, he turns into an ethnat, and now
he listened to our arguments and realised that we don't want to gas
James
Jews.
Goddard is an idiot. And
he is.
Well, that's okay. That's your prerogative,
Well, he is.
Do you know how many of us rejoiced when he went over to you lot? And you thought that we were going to take that as a loss. We were fucking happy.
Yeah, you haven't.
Monday.
You took the turn. We was fucking right.
Yeah, Basco, what is it, bro?
And for every single
Can you be a bit louder, Basco? You're as quiet as your soul. What's that?
I said it was planned, wasn't it?
It was planned.
Goddard.
Do you think ethno-nationalists want to convert civic nationalists to what they see as the truth? And do you think civic nationalists want to convert ethno-nationalism to what they see as the truth?
You've been sending people into the movement on and off for quite some time, haven't you?
Yeah.
Do you send people into other movements?
People like him come over here, take gap of following off the back of Tommy Robinson, and then twaddle off over to you lot and take the following with them. Isn't that what you're trying to do?
And what we like is the fact that you end up taking the shit, and we're pleased with that. We're quite happy with that. And let us break it to you gently. If Tommy was to go with you, which he won't,
No, he's a Mossad asset. Why would he? He gets paid not to.
Up.
If he did,
Oy.
not only would he disappoint all his followers who have stood beside him, but we would not move with him. the majority of us will stay together and reform, and we will still be bigger than you and your group.
It's just the Muslims, right? It's no one else. It's just Muslims.
Yeah, no one's.
Once we're a minority, but as long as it's Africans who make us a minority, yeah, like there's no genocide of white farmers happening from Africans in South
Wait a
Africa at all. That's not a danger
If
at all.
that, hang on, wait a minute. Right, let's get this right. If said Africans follow a certain ideology, they're a problem. So what are you on about?
I'm on about the demographic replacement as a whole.
I'm talking about what you just said. Yeah, you mentioned Africans deliberately.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not about colour, right? It's about a certain ideology, isn't it?
It's about the indigenous people that isn't just colour.
No, it's about implementing your shit politics.
There's more to identity than just colour, guys.
Yeah. And what you need to understand, you come for Tommy, it don't matter how many of his friends you infiltrate. You come for all of us, to be honest.
Tommy has infiltrated
your stinky
public sphere. Tommy's used by the public as a Voldemort figure.
And carting off innocent people that are vulnerable. That's what you do. 16-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did Active Patriots, 16-year-old kid, groom him further up the spiral and ask him to put drugs up his backside? Did he do that?
Excuse me?
That's what I'm hearing. And that's not even coming from an unreliable source.
That sounds like schizophrenic shit.
To be a drug runner and to stick drugs up his backside. A 16-year-old kid.
That's what you're... Right.
Hold on, Monday, because you haven't got kids. I have got kids. Hold on. I have got kids. And so has Wendy. Do you really think that you're going to come here and sell that kind of shit to me and Wendy, that is a good role model?
I wasn't even talking about Active Patriot.
No, but I am.
Right, so you like Active Patriot when he was like just thinking of the Muslims like you.
People that you're grooming over to your side and you're promoting and holding up as role models, having claw hammers in their head, being drug runners. You really think we're going to sit here and go, yeah, that's good? Meanwhile, we've got girls, hold on. Meanwhile, we've still got girls up north still being groomed, and you want to sit on channels with fucking extreme Islamists and sit there saying, let's see if we can find bridges. And you think we're going to sit here and go, yeah, you're the kind of people we want to look after us. Fuck off out of here, you middle class top.
Yeah, let's build bridges.
No,
let's fight against our common enemy.
Shall I reply to your charge? So that's a bit of an obfuscation. I mean, I'm not protecting or working with any groomers. I'd like to ask you a question. Do you try and convert?
That's why I didn't react so much. But not only that, I wasn't really in the mood or anything, and it did take me by surprise a little bit, because I said on my live to people, Active's up there, blah blah blah, and then because I was walking up the road, he was on his own there, and he didn't say nothing at that point, and then he crossed the road over to by the gates at Napier. And then as soon as Steve Lords turned up, that's when he unloaded his barrage of abuse at me. And that's why I was like, whoa, hang on a minute. I just weren't prepared for it. And I weren't in the mood because it was early in the morning. And I'd driven from London and stuff. And, it was news to me about all this, what I was being accused of and stuff. So... and obviously there was a lot of slagging match going on between us and everything, and it was pretty much that what it was on the day, and I haven't seen or heard anything of them since. So, and I still haven't been given any evidence or produced anything.
Well, you won't get any of it. What's going on is concerted effort by those that have gone over to what I would call Monday's shit side. What they are doing is just attacking anybody who's decent in the movement.
Exactly.
So don't feel alone. Patriotic Crusader, please people go and
What's that? Yeah. No, go on. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, please go over to Patriotic Crusaders channel and like subscribe, and share it out there.
Yeah, I've posted the link in the chat.
You have got people that are behind you, Patriotic Crusader.
Yeah,
we appreciate it too. And we do know that you actually are Team Tommy and represent the Team Tommy without pretending and talking about putting claw hammers in your head. So
yeah, but I just want to say, I mean, everybody knows, you know, I would even lay my parents' life down on it, but I am 100% loyal to the core, to Tommy and to the movement, regardless of what anybody says or thinks, whatever their agenda, you know.
What if someone provided like proof that he's misleading you?
Oh, what? Because in what way, Monday? Come on.
Well, for example, the money he took for the grooming gangs to make victims to make a documentary about them, and then did a documentary about one Jew getting called names.
Well, you don't know the backstory to that, so you need to be quiet.
What's the backstory to that?
None of your business.
Oh, okay, that's funny.
Anyway,
is it the grooming gang victims' business?
Well, Tommy Robinson's the reason I know the grooming gangs were actually happening. So, and I would say that for the majority of the country, mate.
Yeah, I think he's been maneuvered as sort of like a Voldemort figure, so that in the public.
Yeah, can we hear from Patriotic Crusader, please?
Yeah. I just want to say, I just want to say, I follow Tommy, right, and the movement for my own reasons. I've been in the movement a long time. I haven't come on here to get into a debate over all this. Yeah, I will debate or have a chat with anybody about it when the time is right. But I come on here now at the pure invitation of yourselves. You know, just to have a brief chat about that time in hand, because like I said, I haven't got the time to talk about all that now. I'll leave that for another time. All I want to say is I know where my loyalties lie, and I'm not in the position to debate people about the history of this, that, and the other. To be honest, I'm not really interested, you know, at the moment. I've got too many of my own issues and things to deal with. So that is me. I just say it how it is, you know. The way I see it, these FNATs and Nazis, they're going to be talking Tommy down like they don't like people talking down to Mark Collette and stuff like that. You know what I mean? If I haven't got no great knowledge on that person to debate them, then I have no right to criticize them or anything, really. You know what I mean? So, or get into a debate.
You don't think you can have a debate without going into like the knowledge of other people and stuff? I mean, I think people will be willing to have a chat with you, man. Obviously, you care about the grooming gangs and all that, you know, respect.
Yeah, well, he's just said that's for another time, hasn't he? Did we not listen?
I'm saying, would you be interested in talking to someone about that? And maybe you know, just like the media lies about the Tommy people, most of them are just genuine people that care about the girls, right? Like us. Maybe they're
right. So yeah, what were you saying, Patriotic Crusader?
Yeah. It's just that, really. Like I say, you know, I've come on here because I just thought I'd pop in, see what's what, and then like, obviously you've invited me on, and I thought, yeah, it'd just be nice to pop in, say hello, have a little chat for a moment.
Everyone, Patriots in the chat is calling Patriotic Crusader quite an nasty name.
Who?
Words of dog's bollocks. That's one you argued with me about active outside barracks.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because I know what I know.
Yeah.
So no one will tell me what me and Wendy, we're not fit, all right? Patriotic Crusader is okay. And at the moment I've not seen anything from anywhere, even though people have tried to discredit him to prove any of what they've said.
This is how they play these really, really sick games.
Yeah.
We've got loads of objective evidence.
Anything about anybody. They have to assault them, call you a nonce, and stuff like that in order to protect you.
Like calling people Nazis.
Yeah, you are a Nazi, Blue Monday, so be quiet.
Oh, no.
Anyway,
you're Nazi, but don't call me a nonce.
Defending Hitler.
Don't call me a nonce, but you're a Nazi.
But we will come over.
It's not a comparison, Blue Monday, is there?
Patriotic, if you don't mind, me and Wendy, if you organise it with us, we'll come over one night onto your panel and you can ask us questions. And we'll ask
sure. As I was was saying earlier, when I just started my little thing earlier, it was just an experiment, and we ended up being on there for about an hour. I was on there with Miss Trump 2020, or Miss Patriot, as she calls herself. Clanwell joined us in the chat, a few others. So yeah, it was pretty mad. But yeah, like I said, you know, it'd be great to have views on one time, and even Ambrosine's welcome to come on there. You know, the more the merrier.
So have you heard about the grooming gangs in Glasgow, Patriotic?
Yeah, I'm not interested in that right now, bruv. I'm not interested in that. I haven't come on here to talk about that, yeah? So respect my
Not
position.
interested in the grooming gangs, okay.
Listen, I just told you, yeah? Why don't you get into your head? I just told you I'm not interested in talking about that. I've just come on here for the invitation. I've come on here for the invitation of the ladies, yeah? Just to say hello. They wanted to ask my views on what happened that evening, and I've just what happened, and that's that.
You've done it, okay.
Listen, I don't have time for it, yeah?
You don't want to talk about grooming gangs, okay, bro.
I can't be asked. I can't be asked. It's the least of my problems right now. I can't be asked. So,
yeah. What is?
Why are you at the barracks then? What do you care about?
Once he wants to talk about anything, he'll do it on his channel. He's not coming in to get into a debate with you. For you to try and
talking about grooming gangs in Glasgow.
I know. To sit there and talk about grooming gangs, and all you want to talk about is Jews.
I literally was talking about grooming gangs in Glasgow.
Patriotic strength is on the front line. As you would know, in a movement, there's many different positions, and his strength is on the front line, not as a debater. Don't even try it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Also, am I not front line? Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's exactly what I do. I'm out there filming.
I wasn't trying to debate him. I was trying to have a conversation about the Glasgow.
This guy's getting on my nerves.
Yeah, but I said I'm not interested, so you need to respect that.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, and as for Wurzel's dog's bollocks or whatever he calls himself out there, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have expected anything less than to get a bit of abuse, you know, because he's already trying his best to get in touch with certain people and try and turn them against us. So, which obviously it didn't work.
Listen, right? The moment Active Patriot racially abused Amazon, they fucked themselves because they wanted them. Oh, he's got 50,000 followers. He's a big shot now. He's nothing to nobody. He ain't getting very abused before.
Why does Ambersine feed information to Antifa?
I know she does not feed information to Antifa.
She does. I can prove it.
She's probably paid to hate as well.
She's in cahoots with Antifa.
No, she's not in cahoots with them.
And the same corporations that are bringing the Muslims in the first place.
Oh, really? Here we go. Same Ambrosine Muslims. You're
right. Well, what I suggest you do, Blue Monday, if you can prove it, do a whole live stream. Make sure that you've got all the evidence in it, and then send it to me and Wendy, and then we'll take it.
Rather than just telling
make it up lies.
No, it's objectively provable.
You know, because we don't like that kind of discussion on here where you just throw out slander with absolutely no
right, but you call us Nazis. Okay.
You are a fucking Nazi. Shut up.
You are a Nazi. Wear it.
You're a Nazi because you think your indigenous peoples exist. Okay.
No, you're not. You like Mein Kampf. You like Mark Follett. And because Mark Follett loves to do
Scottish and I care about my people.
This is the guy who defends Adolf Hitler on every fucking stream. And
When have I defended Adolf Hitler?
No, chatting. You did a minute ago. You want about?
Well, when I did was mention that he tried to make peace with Britain over 20 times.
There you go. It's 2021 and you're still defending Adolf Hitler.
How did Patriotic Alternative work out for you?
Well, they seem to be doing very well, I think. Growing in strength.
What, going to play war games in the forest?
Well, what do you do apart from drama on the internet?
Oh, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think of Dangerfield leaving? What do you think of him leaving?
Leaving? What was the end?
His wife is disgusted with all the Hitler spurging. What do you think of that?
I think what he said was he was disgusted with drunk degenerates like Top Cat.
Okay. So it's got nothing to do with the fact that you fucking walk around wanking over Hitler.
What's with all
Look,
the
it's the sun, look.
what's with all the names and the, like you were saying, you know, slander? You slander on me, like you say I slander Ambersy.
Oh
Dear.
That's not true, Blue Monday.
Are you
So
Hitler's
I'm
son,
lie about
Blue
him.
Monday?
Long
Are
lost grandson.
you the Zionist son?
Or you're calling yourself Hitler's son for some reason?
Yeah, it's almost as if you changed it to that.
Yeah. You would have been.
What about
what's with the slander? What's with the slander, bro?
Not slander, mate.
Bro,
That's
bro.
slander.
What's that kind of talk, bro?
Bro, sorry, bro, innit? Mad thing.
Aren't you
I'm
a
just
bit
like you,
old to
fam.
be talking like that? I just
Oh,
thought it was
he's
I'm just like you,
fart
fam.
hopeless.
I love England,
teenagers
innit, bro?
spoke like
Middle, he's fucking
Man
middle
thing, I
class.
love England,
fart
innit?
hopeless.
Yeah,
That's
rap
what you
thing.
middle
I'm
class
just like
twat.
you, bro.
Of course you are. You
Yeah,
middle class cunt.
You love it. You love it, bro. Mad thing.
Yeah. We know what fucking Mark
Anyway,
to the working class.
anti-electoral. Have you got anything to ask Hitler's son here?
Please.
Yeah, I want to ask if also the extermination of 1 million Serbs in World War II by the Nazis and your Bosnian SS Islamic and Albanian Mountain SS Islamic friends is also a fairy
What
tale.
about the Jewish Bolshevik killing of 66 million?
Why are you
according to
changing the subject?
Solzhenitsyn? Because you're bringing up fictitious
Why are you
things.
changing the subject? The
You're bringing up
extermination of
fictitious
1
things.
million Serbs
Why did
and
the
starvation
Bolsheviks
by
kill
you
66
and your
million?
Muslim. You're not answering the
Why
question.
did the
Is
Bolsheviks
that a
kill
fairy tale?
66
Yes or
million?
no? It's a
Is
simple
the
question of
Bolshevik
yes or no.
extermination of 66 million a fairy tale, according to
Why are you
Solzhenitsyn Nobel
changing the
Prize
subject?
winner? Well, it's 66 bigger than 1.
Answer his question, Hitler's son. Just
I
answer
don't know
what he
much about
said.
that one. Does he know much about Bolshevik? Yeah.
Why did you kill 1 million Serbs? You kill 8 million of my
I
people on
killed
board
them.
Serbian
Oh, okay.
and a Jew.
Well, then why did you kill 66 million people
Did you
with the
hear what
Bolsheviks?
he said? Did you hear what he said there? Or did we,
We didn't even have an army back then. So
Why
how could I
did the
kill
Bol-
anyone?
why did the
Serbian.
Bolsheviks kill 66
Hang on,
million?
shut up, Hitler's son. He's part Serbian and he's a Jew.
Cool story, bro. So, anti-electoral, why did the Bolsheviks
So
kill
the extermination
66
of
million?
Serbs was a fairy tale or not? Don't
Was
change the subject.
66 million, is 66 bigger than 1?
Was the extermination of Serbs, 1 million Serbs, what is a fairy tale or not?
I don't know.
Try to concentrate. Tilt your head to the side so all the brain cells are concentrated in one spot. And try to answer yes or no. Was the extermination of 1 million Serbs?
I'm a stupid goyim that doesn't know much about that specific example. So we'll move on from that. What about the Bolsheviks killing 66 million?
How convenient. You don't know anything about it. So you only denying
So do you
the...
know anything? I do know about the Bolsheviks killing 66 million, though. Do you know about that? I don't know
Yeah,
about this
but
other
maybe you
thing.
should
I
open
don't
a
know
book
either
and
way.
read about what you've done to the Serbs, you and your Muslim friends.
Maybe you should open up a book and read about the Bolsheviks killing 66 million, eh? Are you going to answer that? Because I don't know about
Why
your
are you
example.
changing
Do you
the
know
subject?
about my example? I don't know about your example. I don't know either way.
You dragging me to conversations that are not related to the subject. We can talk about it later and go into depth, and I respect that. But first, answer my question. The extermination of 1 million
I told
Serbs.
you I don't know. I told you 3 times now.
Oh,
I don't
you don't know. You don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know. You
about
think
that
it's
one, buddy.
okay to exterminate 1 million people and starve them?
Well, I said I don't know.
You don't know if it's okay or not.
No, as in I don't know if it happened or not.
Right. Excellent.
Right. So do
Thank
you know
for
about the
answer.
Bolsheviks? Do you know about the Bolsheviks? Well, I answered it 4 times. So what about the Bolsheviks, buddy? They killed 66
Why are you changing
million.
the subject?
Well, because I don't know
Why are you
anything
changing
about
the
you.
subject?
Why don't you want to go to that subject?
Why are you changing the subject? You see the guy on my picture? He was.
Why can't you just talk about the Bolsheviks? If you know so much, then you must know about that.
Because I chose the topic and you refused to answer it, so I'm not moving from the topic until you answer it.
I said I don't know your topic. I don't know. I've said 5 times.
How convenient. How convenient.
So do you know about the Bolsheviks? Yes or no?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't know about the Bolsheviks. Oh
No.
boy.
No.
Oy vey.
I don't want to talk about the Bolshevik. I want to talk about it after you answer my
you
question.
Don't want to talk about the Bolsheviks.
First, answer my question. First, answer my question. Stop changing the subject.
The one
answer
I don't
the
know
question.
about. I don't know about it.
Do you think it's a fairy tale or not? The extermination of Jews, you said it's a fairy tale. Do you think also the extermination of 1 million Serbs by the Nazis, the Muslim
Bosnian SS
No,
and
man,
your
like,
Muslim
listen,
Albanian mountain SS friends?
the
Was that a
Nazi,
fairy tale as
the
well?
National
If
Socialist
Hitler
Germany.
killed, let's do it this way.
Well, you've
If
asked three
Hitler
questions
killed,
now. Do you want
if
me to answer
Hitler
one, or are you
killed
just going to
1
keep
million
asking?
Serbs, if
I don't know
Hitler
about it.
exterminated 1
I don't
million
know.
Serbs together with your Muslim friends, would that be a moral thing? Yes or no?
Well, that would be bad, yeah, but I don't know about that. I mean, obviously, like, the
But
National
that's what he's
Socialists were
done. So
evil.
you're
The
going to
National,
wait.
wait.
Are you
I'm going to
to
lecture you.
revise your views? Are you going to
Well,
revise your
I'd
views
have to
about
look
Hitler
into it. I'd have to
and
do research
denounce
into it.
patriotic
But
alternative after you read that
I don't
the
see you as a credible source.
that your
So,
Muslim friends and
yeah,
Hitler
so,
exterminated
look,
1 million Serbs
Hitler
in World War
definitely
II.
gassed the
Are you
Jews. So
going to
even,
revise your views, yes or no, in front of everybody? Please say yes
well,
or no.
I'd have
Again,
to,
a
I would
yes or
have to
no
look
question,
buddy, I would
yet
have
you
to look.
choose to answer with a
Oh, okay.
long
You're
answer that is
very
unrelated to the
all-sufficient.
topic.
Buddy, if I don't know about it, I'd have to look into it, wouldn't I? Duh. I mean, obviously, the National Socialists did bad things. I mean, look, in Auschwitz, they even had a swimming pool on the other side. They gassed them and then went swimming and then went to the
Stop
drama club.
talking rubbish. Stop
It's
it.
just awful. They're really evil,
Stop
you
it.
know. Gassing those Jews and then going for a swim afterwards on the same side of those people, man. Just awful people, the National Socialists.
You know what? This is enough. I want to talk about Britain.
Have you actually met anyone that was born in Auschwitz? Because I have.
I can't believe people like him.
It's all too much.
You kicked the wrong person because you're challenged.
Excuse me? I didn't kick anyone. What are you talking about?
He obviously left. He often falls out and comes back. So Hitler's son, seeing as you think you're fucking clever writing that fucking shit, demonic little cunt. At the end of the day, you wank stain, because that's what Hitler's son would be. Wank stain with a moustache, actually. You live in Scotland, yeah? You want to keep the union, I take it. Yeah?
Right now, yeah. I think the SNP are globalist, much like you.
Right, so right now, no, it's not globalist, I'm stupid.
They believe anyone could be Scottish.
So right now you want to keep the union, but what happens if they want independence? Are you going to shut up, real? Over here, we're working class, we don't pretend to be middle class and upper class to get somewhere. We don't look down on people for using the raw language of the street. Nor do we look down on toilet cleaners or people that have to claim benefits because the fucking country's not over. You know, we don't do all this bullshit that we see coming from the middle classes and the upper classes. We know life's a struggle, and we struggle together because we're the backbone of the country. If it weren't for us holding the country together, you fucking middle class people wouldn't be able to sponge off us. It's you sponging off us, not the other way round.
I'm not middle class, I'm just from the country.
So,
I'm just intelligent and from the country, and I'm not middle class.
If they decided in Scotland they wanted to go independent, would you go against that? Would you be vocal against that?
I would oppose that.
Okay, good. So at least you've got the sense to know that if we break up the union, it would be bad for all of us.
The SNP are like globalists. They think anyone can be Scottish, just like you think anyone can be British. You're kind of the same, really. You're both liberals. Both
No, you're an idiot. I've told you before.
You're okay.
Not everyone can be. Not everyone can be
but as
Scottish.
long as they have the same values,
but they
right,
can be all be British. You
as long
idiots.
as they have the same values. As long
You
as they have
idiots.
the same values, right?
You know, when you go back to your ethnads, do you think you can tell that we're fed up of them pouncing off us working class?
Well,
taking our money and then having the cheek to look down on the people that are working class and telling them that they're better than us.
Taking the money? Are you like a Marxist? You're going into like class warfare?
They are blood-sucking parasites. Go back and say that. And that's how they got their education. Blood-sucking parasites. Yeah?
Right. So you think I'm like stealing money from the working class? Is that your argument?
Hoity-toity optics either. What we do care about is being good role models. We don't want people that are going to wipe the fucking money on their ass and then put it into a COVID-infected society. We don't want people to beat up on
being flooded by Africans.
We don't want PTSD camps run by drunks.
Yeah.
think it's funny. Yeah. We want a little bit of respect. We want respect for the working class, and we
Why
want
do you
respect
represent the working class?
veterans. We want our veterans respected. We don't want to listen to you bringing up Hitler and talking about how you're going to help all of the people that are against Britain rip down the statues. We don't want to hear that, because we respect our grandparents back the time you started respecting yours, and it's about time you started respecting your countrymen and
That's
women.
a lot of presumptions, really. You're just putting words into my mouth and gaslighting me.
Because when you sit on panels,
Lots of gaslighting.
when you sit on panels like you have done, Blue Monday, with black nationalists going against British white women, when you've sat on panels, right, with Islamists going against British white women, and then have you
argued with them,
pretend that you care about groomed girls, when there's even people in your groups that have made comments like, "Oh, to be truthful, I think some of the girls brought it on themselves." You're just a larper.
I've never heard anyone in a group. I mean, you basically just have done a 3-minute diatribe where you just put words into my mouth and you do this strange character assassination.
Be our equal. You can never be above us. Make sure
I
you
don't think I'm above you, but I think you think you're above other people.
Above anyone, because
you think you're above Muslims, don't you?
You can only ever be our equal.
Yeah, as long as everyone's equal apart from the Muslims, that the Africans are fine, right?
You are a ponce. You are a ponce. And right now, Scotland, you're probably poncing off the English government. You have probably got a decent education because Scottish people don't have to pay for university. Meanwhile, English people do. So forgive me if I don't sit here listening to your woeful crying about what it is to be British, you arse.
You don't even believe British people exist, mate. You think anyone can be British?
Everybody, you clean Jewish toilets for a living.
Pascal, do you clean Amberzine's toilet?
Why do you constantly answer a question with a fucking question?
See when she gives you those brown envelopes from Mossad?
Tiresome.
See when they give you those brown envelopes from Mossad, Pascal? How much do they pay you, like monthly? What do you get? You getting a good amount from Mossad?
I'll get paid.
Well, Amberzine will give it to you, and then she's not getting Mossad. But we know.
You, don't you forget it.
What are you saying? Sorry.
I've got more money than you. Don't you forget it, Blue Monday.
Well, Mossad paying you well, buddy. I'm happy for you.
They're paying me so
I'm glad you're betraying. Well, you're not even like indigenous, so you.
Yeah. How am I not indigenous?
Well, I've seen you, mate. You look like a fucking.
Well,
like,
you're
kebab
part
shop
Irish. What are you talking about?
I'm Scottish, but you can keep
No,
saying
you're
that.
part Irish. You told us.
I'd rather be Irish than look like a kebab shop owner and then tell white people that they don't exist, you know?
So stop lying. You're part Irish.
Well, you can keep saying that. I'm not, but okay. What's that?
The most healthiest takeaway you can get is a kebab.
Yeah, you look like you work at a kebab shop, to be fair.
No, I don't work at a kebab shop.
Do you not? No, you work at the Mossad, like, asset.
We know what he looks like.
Oh, you'll get paid really, really well. Oh my God.
What he looks like. Who are you?
Yeah, you and Amberzines getting information to Antifa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we just love Antifa. That's why they dragged me backwards, isn't it? For a Black Lives Matter rally, isn't it?
Yeah. Wendy or Jupiter, do you work? Do you people work?
I've had a good career, but I'm a housewife. What's the problem with that? I thought you promoted.
He thinks you work for the Jews.
No, it's like working class.
You promoted housewives. Are you going to diss me for that now and then pretend that that's what you want?
No, I think that's wonderful. I'm a traditionalist, so that's great.
So Blue Monday, I've had 8 children. I've got 10 grandchildren. I've got another one on the way.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's why I'm concerned for the future, because I know that in 500 years' time, that my children will be.
We'll all be mulattoes, yeah, and you'll help that happen.
Majority.
We'll be mulattoes, and nations will be ended. But as long as you
well, it doesn't matter.
Like a Zionist false flag operation,
would be a very big part of it, and that is why I have a voice, and I have a right to have a voice. I don't need little starts like you
okay.
coming on here telling me Hitler's the answer when my grandparents suffered.
I don't think Hitler's the answer. I'm Scottish, mate.
Suffered. They suffered to get rid of that bastard. Yeah.
Well, I'm Scottish, so You can keep going on about Hitler, but that's just odd.
Everything you blame the Jews for, Blue Monday, is what Nicola Sturgeon's done.
Well, Nicola Sturgeon has the same values as Zionist Jews. Open borders, diversity,
is she a Jew, Blue Monday?
LGBT.
Is she a Jew?
I said she has the same values as them. Diversity,
know,
open borders, LGBT.
Well, this is
Same as you
the
guys.
thing, Blue Monday.
As long as it's
I've
not
sent
Muslim.
off my DNA. I'm just awaiting the results. And if it comes back, I've got Jewish blood in me. I will applaud it. I won't be ashamed of it. I won't be ashamed of it. But woe betide you. Woe betide you if I find I've got Jewish blood, mate, as well as my British blood. Woe betide you.
For the last 3 weeks, every day.
Yeah.
Do you live near
What was
Squeaky
that?
Fraser? Do you live near Squeaky Fraser?
Who are you? I hate it here. I hate it here. Do you think Africans can be English?
Was that another question?
Yeah, do you think
I was
Africans
just
can be
asking
English?
you if you live near. I just asked you if you live near Squeaky Fraser, and you asked me 2 questions. in a
Oh,
row.
all right. So you're
Do you have
trying to get
this sort of-
information on my location now. You're trying to get information on my location, buddy.
Well, you were asking people their jobs. I just wondered if you lived near Squeaky
Oh,
Fraser.
I asked if they work.
Yes. Sorry about the replay, but I needed to get some sanity back into my mind because lately all it's been is Diane Abbott. Let's see now, Diane Abbott. Veli not being able to tell the difference between legal migrants and illegal migrants, economic migrants, and people that come over on a dinghy. How we can mix these things up is beyond me. But for the last week or so, that's all I've heard over there. You know, endless videos of that O'Brien idiot, right? James O'Brien. I don't know. I can't put into words how I feel about James O'Brien. Yeah. Yeah, and the fact that they can't, they literally do not know the difference between someone that's emigrated here legally and illegal migrants or economic migrants, people that come over on the dinghies, and then they say, well, there should be a safe route. Well, there is a safe route, and it's called the legal safe route. So we've had all that over there. And then tonight there was a Ghost with his normal obsession over Jupiter. And I think Babs jumped on there at some point. And I think Den was on there too, trying to talk sense. But he was wasting his breath because Triller and Ghost will never see things the way that Dent Harrigan does. Never. That's just not going to happen, right? And then there was Bleeding Heart, Rodney, and Esau showing something about some guy that had been arrested for something or other to do with children. And I thought, you know what? I need some sanity. I've got to listen to the other nutcases instead. So I went and had a look back. I can't take much more of this lefty. It's either like the lefty ideology or the scummy people. I mean, Ghost is literally starting to sound like a pervert because I noticed tonight when Babs went on there, right? Whether it was right or wrong that she went on there, she went on there. And straight away he went to like sexual comments about her, right? And he keeps doing this to all the white women that go over there. And he's always on about sexual comments to do with Jupiter. So he's looking a bit, isn't he? He's starting to look a bit weird. Because for me, the way he goes on constantly about Jupiter is strange, because it's come from nowhere, literally nowhere. And he carries it on whenever he can, whenever he does a stream. And then within that stream, you can guarantee he'll say something sexual. And you've got to wonder, why is he doing that? Why? Is it because she's white? Because I'm sure if it was a Muslim woman, he wouldn't be saying that. So yeah, I fucking had enough of all of them. So the other night, my son rang me up, and he did make me laugh, because he said, yeah, I've been watching the news, because he doesn't watch the news very often. I've been watching the news, and what's all this about Palestine and Israel? I went, oh, so I told him. And he said, right, so what side are we on? I went, well, you're on the side, you make your own mind up. Oh, no, he says, no. We all go on the side that you're on. So what side are we on? And I said, I'm not taking a side, but if I'm on the side of the Israelis until the hostages are freed. Right, okay, I'll set the word around. We're on the side of Israel till the hostages are free. And that just made me giggle. It just honestly, it made me giggle. And then last night, my other son rang me, and he come up with something that, how would I put it? It was like my childhood, but it wasn't. It was part of his. It was weird, because he said, what he said was, Mother, you know, you've got this strange humor. And I said, yeah. And he said, well, I've realized I've got it. I goes, well, you've got no reason to have this strange humor that I've got. And he goes, but I do. So he's obviously been sitting thinking, hasn't he? And I went, well, why? Why have you got? I said, why? And when you think that your kids are not listening, or you think that they're not aware of, or they've got over things, right? So he started with his list of why he has a right to have this strange humor, and he intends to use it because he, you know, as far as he's concerned, he's earned his right to use it. So he goes, so yeah, it started when I was around 6, and I saw some photos of you next to some vehicles I didn't particularly like, and it worried me that you would go off again and do that sort of thing again. And I said, well, why didn't you tell me? And he said, because I was only 6, Mother, like, you know, the way they do. I went, okay, so that's trauma number 1. He went, yeah. He says, the next thing I know, I got 2 siblings going to war, not knowing if they're coming back in body bags or not. And I went, what? It hadn't registered in my head, right? And I said, what? And he said, yeah, I remember running along the furlong to get home, and I would only have to look at your face to know if everything had gone all right that day, or if everything hadn't gone all right. And it was a long day at school until we got home to see if they were all right. And the only way we knew was by looking at you. He says, and it took me years. He goes, it took me years to come to terms with that. And I said, well, I helped you come to terms with all of that. He goes, yes, but you weren't living in my head, were you? So, you know, I used to lie in bed, and this is what got me. I used to lie in bed on a night, listening for phone calls that you'd get, and listening for a scream or something from you, thinking that one of them was going to have been hurt or something. So that opened my eyes. I went, oh, okay. He goes, and you know, the years carry on. Next thing I know, my father goes out. He doesn't return. The police come back instead. He's dead. I went, right, okay. He goes, and then I watch you working and bringing us up and struggling. He says, and mother is just giving me the same dark sense of humor that you've got. And it was like listening to my own childhood, only in a different way, like different things, right? And I asked him, I said, what do you mean dark sense of humor? What are you on about? And he said to me, well, you laugh and giggle at things you shouldn't. I went, yeah. He goes, well, I've been realizing for the last 2 years that I laugh and giggle at things that I shouldn't. I know. I went, right. He goes, and have you noticed how we can both sit when I come round, we can both sit and laugh and giggle at the same things politically on the TV? And I went, yeah. He goes, well, yeah. He goes, well, that's because I've suffered trauma too. I went, what's brought all this on? I goes, what are you going on about? What has brought all this on? What brought it all on was he was at work, and this lad started work, and he was having to train this lad on what to do. And this lad turned around and said, well, I can't do that because I've got black nail varnish on. Now, my son is the last person you should say, as a man, I can't do that because I've got black nail varnish on, right? You shouldn't say it, right? So all day, all he did was take the piss out of this guy who said he'd got black nail varnish on, therefore he couldn't do his job because he'd crack the nail varnish or something. He says, and so he goes, all I did was take the piss out of him, and I didn't care because I thought, what a wimp. What sort of man's that stood over there worrying about his fucking nail varnish? He says, then I all of a sudden, I had this, what did he call it? He said, all of a sudden, it was like he had this thought process. He said, so he goes, there's that idiot stood in the corner worrying about his fucking nail varnish. And I thought, oh. So everything I've been through in life up to now, mother, he says, and there's that idiot worrying about his fucking nail varnish in the corner. He says, so I have won the right, he said, to have a dark sense of humor and take the piss out of him every day if I want to. Then every time he comes in and says he can't do his job because he's going to crack his nail varnish. And it just shocked me. It just shocked me, I should say. Because, yeah, it's like they're not prepared. You know, all these things that people have been prepared to put up with, right? It's like they're not prepared to put up with it anymore. There's that 5 years ago, right? 5 years ago, he would not have been bothered about, well, he wouldn't have even noticed if somebody had black nail varnish on, to be honest. Now he's taken a stand, so much of a stand, that he's looking through his young life as oh, you know, this trauma and that trauma. And so you think, you know, I've earned the right to do this, that, and the other. But in a way, it's a good thing because it means that the younger generation is certainly waking up to all of this nonsense, all of this crap. I mean, you've only got to listen to James O'Brien, that one video he made where he was he agreed with this woman who'd rang up to say that she, for what was it? She wanted pedophiles to be known as something else. And he was agreeing with her, you know. And I just think, well, what kind of fucking world is this turning into? Now, I know every generation has said the same thing, but I think it's this part in the history of our country, anyway, that certainly is turning into something really odd and really strange. Like, you've got Triller, the Indian, who thinks he's English. I mean, make that make sense. How can Triller, the Indian, think he's English? He doesn't have an English parent. He's got 2 Indian parents. So how could he possibly think he's English? You've got people's Ghost, who insists that, you know, this is his country. And he's going to take, and they're going to take it away from us. Now, I know he says that just to wind people up, right? But the cheeky fact that they even say it tells me how soft this country's gone. You know, but I think the biggest one is the one with Veli, where he doesn't understand the difference between the people that are coming into this country. It just baffles me how he fails to understand. And another thing is how he fails to understand that the more people that live in this country, the worse off we're all going to be. He doesn't see that. He's blinkered to that. And it doesn't matter how many times you say it. Well, no, because what you've got to do is you've got to blame the elites who are making it. Well, no, forget about the elites. Let's worry about living day by day, yeah? Because it's us people who live day by day in ordinary society that have to put up with no doctors, the fire engines can't get through, infrastructure, everything's closing down. You can't smoke outside a pub or they're going to bring something in about that. It's not the elites who worry about that. I mean, in the bloody House of Commons, they've actually got a smoking room that they still use to this day. You know, so whilst they're making all these laws, right, you can't go out there and smoke a cigarette in public. No, not in public, sorry, outside the pub. But yeah, we can go in our cozy little fucking smoking room in the House of Commons, smoke as much as we want. Because the House of Commons has some sort of special, I'm not sure what it's called now, but it doesn't have to adhere to some laws that we all have to adhere to. You know, and it's just making me, you know, I'm not going to be sitting and worrying about some billionaire or a millionaire, right? My concern is for all of us who just live daily lives and get affected by the amount of people that are in this country. And people like Triller and Ghost and Veli can't see or refuse to see the effect it's actually having on them, you see. And it won't be until they actually feel that effect that they finally shut up and realize what we've been saying all the time is true. Because what they think, right, is they think, I tried to say it the other night, but you can never get nothing out on that channel. So what they think is, because, oh yeah, that was it. He was doing a video about pregnant black women, something happening during childbirth, blah, blah. Oh, and they don't get the same kind of care. And they blah, 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 blah. And I was thinking, well, no, it's the same for working class women. I mean, literally, I do think that the way they think we're being treated like shit because we're black. And because they're white, well, they must. They have to be getting treated better than we do. And we all know that's not right. It's wrong. We're all treated the same, like shit, basically. But they seem to think that we, you know, like, I don't know. If you're pregnant and you're white and you go to the hospital, you're going to get treated differently to a black woman that's in that. No, you're not. The only way you're going to get treated any differently at all is if you pay and go private. That is it. But if it's on the NHS, it's everyone's the same. And what happens when you try to go on Vellies now and have a discussion about any of this to prove that, you know, white is bad, so you can fight against that, right? They just all overshout you. They just shout you down with their videos of James O'Brien or some crazy thing. I believe tonight they were looking at the freak that's called P. Diddy. You know, I remember I asked Schiffer if he knew about the black rapist of South London a few weeks ago, to which I was more or less told, shut up and don't mention it again. So yeah, I've completely had a guts full, to be quite honest. Then we've got Stephen the Piano, the biggest communist globalist I've ever seen in my life. Right? He literally is. Because I said that I felt, look, as human beings, we were not made, it's an impossibility, right, to feel empathy for people 30 odd thousand miles away that you don't even know. You may feel a bit, oh, that's sad, right? When you get up and get on with your day. Oh, that's bad, but you get up and get on with your day. But no, people like Stephen want you to sit there and roll around crying about people you don't know. As humans, we haven't been made that way, or we wouldn't have been able to evolve. If we sat and cried and got in a state about everything that happens around the world, you wouldn't evolve. You wouldn't carry on. But try and tell someone like Stephen this, and he goes off on a tangent, yeah, and you're not allowed to explain what you're trying to say, because others tune in and they decide to go off on a tangent too, because apparently you're being racist and uncaring and heartless and this, that, and the other, right? But if you look at the makeup of human beings, right, if you look into it in our brains, we're not made to do that. We're not made to feel empathy and sympathy for people thousands and thousands of miles away we don't know, we've never heard of, and have nothing to do with us. It's not the way humans work. So let me have a look here. What's going on? Have I got my right? Oh. But I've been quietly fuming for a few days because literally they're all thick. They don't know how to have a phantom profit. Yeah. What's 100% bring them home? Bring who home? What's he on about? Look, Steve, the communist, right, gets a lot wrong because he's too busy living in his commune. It's as simple as that. Bring them home as a... Oh, right, I get it. Oh, dupes are there. Right, so... like I said at the beginning of all of this, I played that just to put me back in the mood and everything else to how things used to be. So, dupes, I've been looking into Operation Paperclip. Now, I don't know when you want to do it, right? But it's not as clear cut as people think it is. And it wasn't done for the reasons that people assume it was done for. Yeah, it's so I don't know when she'd want to do that. Oh, right, when you're ready. Let me have a think. How about Monday night then? Because I think Monday, like, I don't know, 7 o'clock would be good. Because then it would also, we could do Paperclip. And then I've also looked at, because once I start, I can't stop. I've also looked into the Nuremberg doctors' trials. Now, they're the trials from the doctors, not the Nuremberg Himmler and all of them lot, right? It's not them. It's the Nuremberg doctors' trials. And I've been looking into that. And that's just as interesting as Paperclip. I mean, Jupiter's and other people's opinions probably vary from mine when it comes to these two subjects. But isn't it nice to have topics, you know? Isn't it nice to have topics that may get the emotions going, may get the thought processes going? Because I'm telling you, you've all been dumbed down by this silliness that's been going on, right? And me included, you're dumbed down by all this craziness. I don't want to listen to ghosts going on about somebody you can never, ever attain, and that is Jupiter, right? And I no longer want to listen to Veli going on about the fact that he doesn't know the difference between A, B, and C anymore. I want to have proper topics. Yeah, dupes. You know, because it was while I was doing Paperclip, and I clicked onto something and I found this this information about the doctors' Nuremberg trials. And I thought, oh, I can't leave that. I've got to go looking at that as well. So that's what I've done. But everyone needs to stop. I don't mean you here, Jupiter. People need to stop loving the argumentative drama and, learning real things and making your own opinions up, whether I like it or whoever, it doesn't matter. You make your own opinions up and you either make that up on a panel or you make it up in the side chat, without the screaming and the shouting and the messing about that goes on because you happen to open your mouth and say something or write something in the chat. Muckers. Why? What's he put here? How does your thinking go past the words patriot, flags, and loyalty? You see, Muckers, that's just a stupid question that I'm no longer going to answer. I don't know what the hell you put that in there for, Muckers. You're beyond, yeah. Yeah, Jupes, it's all becoming too much now, especially when again tonight, I see that Ghost is live again, and I click onto it, and there he is talking about you again. I thought, I can't believe this. Literally, I can't believe it, and I can't listen to it. Oh, and that was right. I heard you on Velis this morning, and everything you were saying was correct. He wasn't having it though. No, he wasn't. He's gone so far right. He doesn't know. He's in the corner. He's that far right, isn't he? He's like left. Sorry, not right. Careful, but those comments could be deemed insightful. Is it enticement or insightful? I'm lost nowadays. Well, yes, Phantom Prophet. One has to be careful because things can be, but I do not see why talking about Paperclip or the Nuremberg doctors' trials is insightful of anything. Sorry. Yeah, Jupes, I do think he has. I think he's actually lost it. I think, the way before he went away for a rest for a year, I think he needs to do that again because, he seems to be losing it because he can't. I heard him this morning with you, and I thought, well, everything she's saying is right. How can he be saying it's not right? How can he be saying no? And then I thought, hang on, I know why. I don't know, Den. If we think back to before Rishi Sunak announced the election, right? Veli was quite balanced. And if we think back before Jupiter happened to say that Diane Abbott was racist, and she is racist, right? He was quite balanced. But since then, he's gone right down that rabbit hole. He literally believes that these migrants are only paid £8 a day. That's what he believes. And he believes they should be paid more. I mean, come on. And of course, he also believes that they're all doctors, nurses, brain surgeons, engineers that are coming over. Now, I've noticed another trick that goes on as well. You get Nine Ether going on there, and she'll start questioning someone that's English. I don't know, as though the English deserve everything they get. Everything. Everything it's all the England's fault. Well, it can't be. It's an impossibility because we're too small of a country for a start. So, yeah, and I've had a gut full of it. I literally can't take it anymore. It's so boring. It's unbelievable. Same topic, different day. Literally same topic, different day. And that is because he surrounded himself with people. Oh my God. Was it today or yesterday when James Jones jumped on and started talking about some rubbish? I can't remember. I can't even remember. But my God, he was doing it again, wasn't he? You know, how to describe a sandwich. You know, an hour later, he's still describing the sandwich. Yeah. No, I think it was today, actually. No, I can't be doing with people like him. If you've got something to explain, the best thing to do is explain it in the simplest terms possible and not try to talk like an academic when you're not an academic, because he's not. He's not an academic at all. Yeah, but when you left, Jupiter, you left because you left. You didn't leave because Jones arrived. You left, I think you were planning on leaving anyway, because you'd had enough of that idiot Asketi. But even if you'd stayed, believe me, it wouldn't have got any better, because James Jones likes to go on so much about, you know, he starts at point A, and then jumps to point Z, and then goes to point Q, and then ends up at point B. The man is all over the place, and yet he thinks he's an academic when he's not. And to be quite honest, I'm sick of hearing, but the black this and black betterment that and this and that and that. I'm fed up with it. I don't want to hear it anymore, because it's like it's a divided country in some way. What was that? Right, now Jupiter, you see, this is. Oh, she could be right though. Where is it? She could be right. What did she put there? So it's now Sunday morning, isn't it? Right. Okay, so Jupiter, yes. So it's tomorrow, as in Monday, 7 o'clock on here. Yeah. She's off to bed. See, he's the old one, right? Wendy, do you think psychopaths run the Western world, possibly more so than people like Putin? The sad fact is there's a lot of psychopaths that I wouldn't say run the world, that are in high-paid positions, because if they weren't some sort of psychopath, they wouldn't be there. Now, muckers, you need to go and research what I mean by that. If they weren't psychopaths, they would not be there. Yeah, Putin's definitely won. Oh my God, yeah, there's no doubt that Putin's won. I mean, he's won because, well, let's be honest, since he, with these democratic votes, right, was voted in, he hasn't been voted out, has he really? So Putin's definitely one. But there's so many of them around. And they're always in high positions, right? In high positions in different companies. But I think to be in those kind of positions, you've got to have that. You've got to have something in you like that. That's something to think on, I think. Yeah. Sociopaths. Sociopaths. Yeah. So. Also, why are British generals encouraging British politicians to use UK-made long? Well, what I'll do, muckers, right? I shall give the MOD a call tomorrow, muckers, and I'll find out for you. I'll find out why we're using these long-range missiles, right? How the hell do you expect me to know that? I don't know. I'm not going to pretend I know neither. What does Jen's want to tip us to? What? Look, I had this conversation with Steve the piano, right? Would I encourage my children to join the military today? No. So, and I've got reasons for that. Oh, what was I saying? I see you put me off now, muckers. Yeah, your World War III thing, right? Now, I'm not being funny. I was trying to say this to Steve. No, it wasn't. It was Chrissy Morris. Because he came on and he was trying to use these scare tactics about World War III. And I'm still of the same mind, and I've been like this all the time. Why are you going to sit and worry about World War III when it's out of your control? There's not a damn thing you can do about it. Because once they start, they start, don't they? But then it's going to, we call these people psychopaths and we call them sociopaths. But you've got to be completely insane to think of pressing that nuclear button, right? But that doesn't mean that we, at some point, now let me have a think about our defences. No. You see, if we had rockets fired at us, right, our defences are made so that, it intercepts the rocket. But then a few are going to get through. So we could actually experience being bombed, I guess, but I'm not going to sit and worry about it. Because once these lot decide what they're going to do, there is nothing that the ordinary person in the street can do about it. You just got, it's been proven the last 100 years, millions and millions of people being killed in World War I, World War II, Iraq, Afghanistan, Korea, Vietnam, Northern Ireland. The list is fucking endless. Once they decide, that's it. So I really wouldn't lose any sleep over it. I wouldn't. But I hope you'll all be here for a good old discussion about paperclip, because it's not as clear cut as you all think it is. And you're all going to have to make your minds up about one thing and another. So it should be interesting. And at least it won't be screaming and shouting. It will be an actual discussion about something that was very real. Yeah. Muckers, I'm not getting into arguments with anyone. That's not my, it's not what I want to do. No. No. So I'm just not doing it anymore. Sorry. Anyway, I'm off. I'm going to my bed. And I see you guys on Monday at 7. Please be here. Good night, everyone.